212. What it do? What it do? It's your boy Skeeter Steve, and welcome to another episode of Lace Rounds for the Culture and Body Culture. As you can see, I got my motherfucking compadres back. Y'all see, they've been gone for a little minute. Life has been lifing, but they're back. My boy, Jay. Jay. My boy, Quest.
I'm saying. And then wonderful guest of ours, Grease in the building. Grease
Yes.
How y'all doing, man?
Yup. So,
Yes.
so look, we know why we here. Go ahead, let them know why we here so we can get into it. I got a lot to say, and everybody should have a lot to say.
Yeah. Y'all know why. Friday. The boogeyman has officially arrived. Unexpected.
He's spun the block.
Unnoticed.
No, he wasn't unnoticed. We synced his little black ass this time.
It was unexpected.
It was unexpected.
Yeah.
Like he already had it and shot the block up. Like, damn, you back?
For real? Man, he dead, my nigga. He dead.
Right, man.
But, so we got a lot to talk about. We hope by now that you've had a chance to listen to Kendrick Lamar's latest album, GNX. If you haven't, I don't know where the hell you been. I don't know how you haven't just like slipped up and fallen in. I got my great auntie that text me about this, that they're Kendrick Lamar and everything.
My mother-in-law hit me like,
it done went everywhere. Like,
yeah,
you know
everybody got it.
So I know it's crazy for the kids to go to school. Like, I know tomorrow, Monday morning, lunchroom, 7 a.m. 7 a.m. If you ain't listening to GNX, you better come in with at least a verse memorized. All your kids are still in school. I'm telling you should have came in with a verse memorized, and if you didn't,
or at least
you might
a
not
sample
be here.
that's stuck in your head. Something
Something.
gotta stick.
Something.
Yeah.
But
Oh man.
go ahead, kick it off.
Talk about today.
Go ahead, kick it off, cause I got a lot to say.
First off, I hope he shut everybody up because this was the album, quote unquote, that are Drake fans and even Cole fans. Oh, Kendrick ain't got no bombs. Kendrick can't do mainstream. Kendrick can't do this. He shut everybody up with that. And everybody kept asking for the bops. The bops.
A whole lot of big stepping.
Yeah. Like what he said. Big step and asking, oh, Kendrick can't do that. Bro.
I don't know if the word was can't. I think it's a more accurate word. It wasn't. I think one of the I think we got the GOAT version of Kendrick through a sacrifice of Drake, because the beef essentially reignited something in Kendrick, because I've said it on this platform that I thought Kendrick was bored. Kendrick felt very bored, like it wasn't hard for him. It wasn't difficult anymore. You know, there was nothing to strive about. There was nothing that was really entertaining or exciting. But then when he seen what happened with the world and the way that it happened with the beef, bruh, look, I think this is the version. I'm somebody, like, I'm gonna go ahead and say this, right? Kendrick stands, listen the fuck up. I'm very critical of Kendrick. I'm very critical of Kendrick because this is the Kendrick that I wanted.
Like dad with high expectations, critical.
No, worse than that. I'm explaining the moments, right? So this is the Kendrick I wanted when he said, I'm going to tuck the sensitive rapper back in his pajama clothes. This is the Kendrick that I wanted when the Control verse dropped. This is the Kendrick I wanted immediately. Like, I still not a fan of kicking the beef off on Like That. I wanted him to take the shot himself. You know, this is the Kendrick I wanted because I've always known Kendrick had this in him. This is GOAT level, God level. Oh my God, what did he say? Rewind the song, play it again, put that bitch on repeat. Ain't even finished the album. Dope Kendrick I've ever heard. Like, and this is the best album in hip hop on the West Coast for sure. But the best album in hip hop since Victory Lap.
Ooh. Yes, I agree
with that.
The last time it felt like this Victory Lap dropped.
Yeah.
If he rapped a whole album like Blacker the Berry, the Sweeter the Juice.
You
right?
feel
With
me?
That tenacity, that, you know, level of wordsmanship, like the way his sword was cutting on this album gave you a shot of like who he taking shots at, like what he's standing for, how he's standing on it, and all of his examples down to the motherfucking cover.
Yeah.
And there's
Everything
no
was
gray
intentional.
area.
Yeah, none.
Like he
Except the
None.
black and
drew
white
the
picture on
lines.
fucking
Uh-huh.
He drew the lines. You either on this side, you
that
on
side.
that side. He called out the OGs.
No in between.
He called out
Right.
Snoop. Snoop apologized.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he
Like
did.
he called out Snoop straight up. You know, Snoop said, "Yeah, it was the edibles." You know what I'm saying?
Tripping.
But
Right.
like, so where were you at when you first heard about the album, and when you played Whacked Out Murals? What was your reaction?
Man, so actually what was crazy, I was talking to my wife, and one of her kids, her students, had walked in and was like, Kendrick just dropped the album. I'm talking to her like, motherfucking yeah, right. I go on Apple, I said, oh shit. And like I said, once Whacked Out Murals came on, I was just like, just hearing that slow, I was like, yeah, he finna be on some shit. And once he came through, like I said, I like this energy right here, because it reminded me of Damn. Like when that was kind of right after he did the verse, with Big Sean and all,
Yeah.
niggas were saying that you can't do this. And like every time somebody say something, he come back and show him because they already told him because he had did the To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah.
And that was kind of
Yeah.
his last, release to everybody. So like, you
Yeah.
don't have no bop.
Pimp
So
a
he came out with
Butterfly was
Humble,
trap jazz.
DNA, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like he came out
right,
with all those records.
right.
So when he
Super
dropped
jazz
it, like I said, Damn is one of my favorite to me because I'm more of a commercial guy. I'm like I like the bops, nigga. I like this. I like this other shit, but this shit right here, it fed me because I'm looking for it. I'm like, this is what I was looking for from this nigga. Because when you gave me the Squabble Up, which we called it broccoli or whatever at the
Right,
time, nigga.
right.
And then cause I like that, or no, not like us. That kind of showed me. I'm like, damn. I didn't know Kendrick had this in him like this.
Yes.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? To
Yes.
dumb it down like this and give us
Yeah.
because everything's so complicated with him. So when he just dumbed it down, nigga, that's what really got me with Not Like Us. I was like, yo, it's so simple, so catchy. The A minors, the chorus is being repetitive. That's the only thing.
Man.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
Colleague, colonizer.
man,
like,
it was like I was.
on Whacked Out Mural that he's not gonna do the double entendres. He's not gonna do the extras.
Yeah.
He gonna make you feel this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
just
he-
keep
he-
it-
make it plain.
Plain.
But
Plain.
that's one of the things that, because I'm glad he said that, because Kendrick is one of those people that I feel like is so artistic that sometimes he can lose grasp of the entertainment, or chasing the sculpture, chasing the piece that he's putting together.
Yeah.
I got it,
Right.
but see, the only thing with that is that you gotta let an artist be an artist.
True,
Like we
true.
can't make them do what we want
No,
all the
no,
time.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
but you're right about that. But the goal,
Yeah,
but
yeah, hopefully
the
they
initial
give
goal
it.
is to entertain.
Yeah, but
So you always have to branch off of entertainment and hit another goal if you're going to step outside. You still got to hit that entertainment.
Right.
So that's where myself and other people in the past can be critical of Kendrick, is because we've known you've had this.
right.
Like we sensed it, we saw it coming, and it's like, hey, why aren't you giving it to me? So I was talking to you, and I was talking to you, and I gave the example. I say, Bron James has been 27-5-5 his entire career, right? That's his school was 22, 23 years of doing that, right? So his entire career has been 27-5. So if he goes out in a game and gives me 11, 3, and 4, that's a good game for somebody else. Right? That's a good game for somebody
Yeah,
else.
that's
Like you
fair.
was hooping,
That's
you was
fair.
where you needed to be. Exactly. But for
You
you,
weren't excellent.
Yeah.
bro, why are you giving me average?
Yeah.
And that's what I felt like in some of Kendrick's efforts. Mr. Morale was ass, but that's what I felt like in some of Kendrick's efforts. Because I know you have this, and I'm so glad. Like the rap gods gave it to me so beautifully that this came exactly after Mr. Morale,
Yeah.
right? They gave it to me so beautifully, and we talked about it. We said, hey, maybe Mr. Morale was just that last album that he had to give the TDE, and that first PG Lang album is going to be insane. We said that, right?
Yeah, we
It
did.
could be that. So
We-
I'm saying,
we
I'm
fucking
still
did.
giving the benefit of the doubt. But comparing the albums next to each other, GNX is blowing Mr. Morale out of the water on
And I ain't gonna
every
lie, like-
every
Like,
detail.
like,
But
it-
think about his
it-
motivations
it
for
really
making
is.
either one of these albums, right?
Because-
Like, sorry to cut you off,
Uh-huh.
but Mr. Morale, as you said, that could be his last album to TDE, right?
Yes.
But think about the Kendrick we know up to those album wise, right? To Pimp a Butterfly, Untitled, fucking Damn, Good Kid, Mad City, OD, and
Section
Kendrick Lamar
80.
album, like,
Yeah.
Section 80.
Section 82. all of those, right? These are snapshots of him.
Yes.
So if he's leaving TDE, then we basically got a therapy session as an album. But think about what we still got from that. Them Amazon
shows, concerts.
the concerts that he did.
Yes.
He started that.
The
like,
artistry he put into that,
Yeah.
and the economic, the prowess he shows that he even mentions on this album, bro. I think like to say Mr. Morale was ass.
Butt cheeks.
Is bullshit.
Butt cheeks.
Because think about it, we got GNX because of Mr. Morale, bro.
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
We got GNX because of a sacrifice of a Canadian.
No.
Motivation, and that's different.
I get.
You talking? I understand the path. And I'm not saying that it's not doesn't have his artistic highlights, right? And he didn't go off in some areas. But what I'm saying as a total body, when you compare the work with the work, it doesn't belong in the room.
You give it all that grace, and then you like, but it's ass.
But my thing is,
because Kendrick, listen, Kendrick can do somebody else's amazing, and it'll be his subpar.
I don't know. See, it's like for me, like I like how his career has been rolled out. You see what I'm saying? Because you just gotta accept it for what it is. You know, you can't like for me, if you force things, you don't allow that artist to evolve and grow. You know what I'm saying? One of Usher's best albums, this is R&B, this off of this, but just saying, Confessions is just more about pain and real life shit.
Yeah.
It wasn't about some fictional stuff that wasn't. That's why it's hard for me, like I said, like we were talking, I'm a big fan of Drake early music because it seems more real and authentic. You see what I'm saying? That later on he started getting the music. You see what I'm saying? This other stuff like I couldn't get into it. Like after Take Care, like that was it. Like
look, because he tried to adopt Future.
So, but no, that's what we're saying. But with Kendrick's career though, it went the way it's supposed to go, bro.
Yeah.
Like it went the way it was supposed to go.
And then
so did I as a fan.
No, yeah, and to me,
because
to me, this was already embodied in Kendrick. He even said it on Miss Morale. That nigga said, when I saw Kanye and Drake got back together, I was slightly confused. I thought I wasn't strong enough. I got some more healing to do.
Yeah.
So that he was already letting them know.
Listen,
nigga, I'm still that animal.
I guess I'm old school.
I'm glad you brought that up because I don't
school.
want the healed version. I want the one that's gonna kick in the door. So let me explain why, right? Let me explain why, right? We've highlighted Kendrick Lamar's artistry, right? Am I wrong? He's everything he's gonna do is gonna have a meaning, a message, everything down to the cover, right?
Yeah.
So, but the major point that I wanna highlight is that he does things in such an artistic fashion, but he's from LA. All right. Now, he's always been an artist from the West. Right? Always been an artist from the West. But West Coast artists traditionally are full of bravado, a little aggressive. They're bullies. They're strong-willed. They're not passive. There's a presence and everything. I feel like GNX Kendrick finally feels like a West Coast artist. You feel me? He's always been. I'm not taking any credibility from him.
I get what you're saying.
Right? And I'm not saying so, but he finally feels like you putting this on. You could put GNX on after All Eyes on Me right before Victory Lap, and you're not gonna miss any of a vibe.
Yeah, but then there's that's also, and this is the CEO side of it, because like I said, working with Finley, I was a CEO. You can't roll out and give them strictly West Coast stuff right out the gate, because then you pigeonhole yourself like all the people on this album that's here. So that's why I love the way he did it. He just did music organically and it grew, and he became a superstar. Now I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna stamp this sound for the next 10 years plus.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Like G-Funk era.
You see, but this is the new. It's that new West Coast.
It does. And that's
and that's why I say like his back to your point, bro. Like when you let an artist be an artist, he'll paint. And like GNX is just so many layers of him painting.
Right. Yeah. The layers. The layers.
Having a GNX is a flex. Yes. I know for a fact he's had that car since the King's Dead song.
Yeah.
He said, I just bought an 87 for the weekend. I haven't made my mind up. Should I keep it? They only made a Grand National on the 87. He's had that car for a minute.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
So
I love the knowledge of the bars. We can place the timing. I love it.
And to have the fucking quarter two shot, like, and to open the song back up. Man, this is Dot at his best.
So we got to talk about the GNX, right? And we gotta talk about the symbolism that we've discovered so far. I'm sure there's going to be so much more that comes out on the internet, right? But the first two things that we've noticed, right, is that my man Queez is gonna be able to break it down. Give me the history on the GNX, right? Because at this point in time, the Grand National had beat the Lamborghini, or was it the Ferrari in the race?
The Testarossa for sure.
Yes.
So the car, I think it was in like Magnum PI or something like that. It's a dope looking car. The Countach was a Ferrari. That was the one that was in what's that one movie? He got so high he was driving the white car and smacking
Wolf of Wall Street.
It
the white
one.
Car.
Yeah, it was faster than both of them motherfuckers, Magnum PI and that shit. And it was a V6 turbo Buick that they only made for 1 year. The Grand National they made from 84 to 87, and it's a race. That's the Grand National. It's a race. Mm-hmm. So usually if you dominate the race, you pay to get the rights, and that manufacturer can make a car with that name. So long story short, GM did that. And 87 was their last year. Gas restrictions were hitting. The G-Body was on its way out. They made the Monte Carlo another year, but the Cutlass and the Regal were about to get cut. Grand National was going out with a bang, so they sent them out to McLaren, which was at the time like a speed shop, just a real high-end speed shop. Did sunroofs, and they sent it out there. They reinforced the frame, made it even faster, added horsepower. It was turbo, so they just dialed that motherfucker up and reinforced everything. And they only made about 500, and they made it for a year. So to have one of them, $100,000 car.
Damn.
$100,000.
Wait, shout out to the knowledge though. Shout out to the knowledge,
Brody.
Yo, you ain't got that in your circle, bro. You ain't got that,
I almost drove my Regal here today.
bro.
Yeah.
So, and in the race, it beat both of these cars in a race.
It was more so like, you know how
no. There was an actual timed
race.
There was actual timed race, and it beat, I want to say, by 0.03 seconds.
And
the symbolism
independently, but I didn't know they actually raced them.
Yeah.
So the symbolism that I saw behind that is that Drake this entire time had been, I believe it was a Lambo. Drake this entire time had been the Lambo, the pretty one that's built up by the industry, that's set to be the fast one, the one that's in the lead. Mm-hmm. But we all know G-bodies is block baby cars. You know what I'm saying? You don't see a you're not gonna see a G-body in Beverly Hills and not know it belongs to somebody. Right. You're not gonna see a G-body out on the beach in Miami and not know that, like there's certain there's a certain ecosystem that the G-body was adopted by, right? Absolutely. So Kendrick being the culture, being able to beat the Lamborghini, which is definitely what happened in that, because we all knew it would happen if Drake and Kendrick was ever to beef, how it would end.
Obama said it.
Yeah, Obama said it.
Obama said it, bro. It was clear. Obama said, "Hey, Drake,
Obama, shout out,
Drake,
you do."
Man, he said Drake. He said Kendrick, bro. Obama seen this, so
you're right.
it was clear as day, bro. It was clear as day. Only them.
What you think Obama doing right now with GNX, bro?
Smoking and chilling, nigga.
Right,
as he should.
Got him one,
bro. You know he doing Michelle rolling it.
Because you right, and then because you think about it too. Another I heard another symbolism too, with because this what got me with Reincarnated. That's like one of my favorite Pac songs because I was 13 at that time when all that was going on. This what it felt like,
and he did it from the gang-related soundtrack, the Made Niggas sample.
It felt like, nigga, you gotta
Made Niggas.
We wasn't fucking with Biggie now. We was not. I went to Gibson Middle School. We wasn't fucking with them niggas. No. That shit came on. You shut it off.
East West was
it was
tough.
real.
It was thick. You felt that beat.
It was real.
Hey, so with this, that's why he
is like, nah.
Hey, he making you choose that line right now, bro. And that's what I said, nigga. Back then, this is what it felt like, bro. And I'm happy to see this happen and this go this way. You know what I'm saying? Because like we keep seeing, like we were saying, like what they were trying to push and force on us with Drake, that the Ghost Rider stuff, it's okay. Like, no, bro, you gotta have your own pen
still
to do
elements
this.
of the culture.
You see what I'm saying? It has to be authentic. You see what I'm saying? And we talk all the time. That's why, you know, when I talk to my cousin Neo, you know, we talk and I say, man, like automatically you at the top because you write your own shit. You see what I'm saying? Like you ain't Brian Michael Cox and all these other cats writing your material.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's good. We can go get somebody, dress them up, and give them somebody else's story. So and that was one of the things that we said with growing. I was one of those type of people with my cousin. Like, hey nigga, when you gonna do another So Sick? When you gonna do another Mirror? When you gonna do like this nigga? This pain is he's living his his paintings. You know what I'm
Didn't
saying?
he
That
write that to the left for
yeah, for Beyonce, yeah.
Having a pen is deadly.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Very deadly.
Very deadly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
So
he's got some bangers under his belt.
So the symbolism I was going to was Machiavelli, Illuminati, the Done. 12 songs, both are 12 songs. To Live and Die in L.A. is Dodger Blue. You see what I'm saying? Reincarnated. That's more like Against All Odds.
Odds.
You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
pen is like me and my girlfriend Gloria. You know what I'm saying? So you have all these, and you know, I just seen it this morning, man. Well, shout out to Curtis King. He was the one that he was like, it's on a Reddit.
Wow,
I started listening. I said,
Wow,
this is Tupac.
crazy.
This is
Shout out
this
to
is
that knowledge.
this is
Shit.
12 for 12.
They
Start matching them up because when I heard Dodger Blue, the first thing that came in my mind was To Live and Die in L.A. I kid you not. Because I said this is like real. Like I'm a Vegas guy. I said this is real L.A. To Live and Die in L.A.
Feel like
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then after I heard like the Gloria, and I'm like, oh, that's me and my girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's me and my girlfriend, but that's his spin on it. Like I said, when I heard Reincarnated, everything came around because then when he was doing the syllables, something loose, I was like, oh,
that was
shit.
Pac for
I
sure.
said he really doing it. He answering this nigga like, I'm gonna show you the cadence you're supposed to do, Drake. If you're gonna do an AI, you should have rapped it like this. You see what I'm saying? But then
I was just about to
the
say
story,
that.
the story
I was just about to
behind
say
it.
that.
Because then I had to double back and listen, and I'm listening to the story like the guitar. I'm like, boom. Then when he said, oh, I'm writing, I took our story back. I'm like, God, I said, oh. You living through these other people, and that's the thing that I love about the artistry. Because then when I listen to a Reincarnated, Drake don't got that in his bag.
No,
he don't have that in his
absolutely
bag.
not. He would not.
So
He
then-
don't
got that in his bag.
He don't.
You see what I'm saying? He don't got that in his bag as an artist.
With Drake, the part that he doesn't have in his bag is what exactly is lifting Kendrick to this new level. Is he actually resonates the culture? He's not trying to adopt the culture. So
Right.
So where Drake is withdrawing from the culture,
Right.
Kendrick is therefore supplying.
And what
So
else?
He's giving that tone.
You know what else Kendrick doing too? He exposing Drake for the not having a sound. I
Yes.
think that's another reason
That's
why
another
he
thing.
did this
And
because
yeah,
I don't know what Canada sound is. I don't know what
And
Toronto
then,
sound is.
and then what makes it worse? I told my little brother this too. This album is so culturally crazy. You having the Mexican lady open up and talking Spanish.
With the mariachi-
That's
man.
Chicano culture. That's Chicano
But
culture.
that's life to LA
life
culture.
Life
But-
to
but-
LA culture,
But
man.
you know what else
I
though?
was like, oh my
but them
God.
connecting at the World Series, the Dodgers. That's how they got together. She was out there singing the national anthem for one of the
Yeah.
players that just passed away.
Yep.
That's how he connected with her at the World Series.
That's how connected to LA it is.
Man,
It's so beautifully wrapped in a bow. It's like a love letter to LA. He putting on the young cats.
pop out.
Man,
Where you was at?
Yeah.
You see,
Right.
you see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, Cleese was at the pop out.
Yeah,
was
you
like-
He was at the
was.
pop out.
Like I said, I was pointing to the TV.
Right,
This is
right.
beautiful. It's beautiful.
It was like the Million Man March of rap. It was so peaceful there. It was a
Wait. That is an excellent description of what the pop out was. The Million Man March of Rap. Because since then, the only thing that's flown is culturally accurate.
bro.
Yeah.
He's
A lot of
had
unity, bro.
An impact
Yeah.
that's undeniable,
Mhm.
and that's what makes him outside of the artistry. He takes the human experience so critical, like almost as critical as you are of him.
Yeah.
He takes the human experience, and that's why I feel like he's able to deliver so authentically. Like in this album, GNX is just something where it's painted on so many levels. You can tell where he petty. You can tell where he trying to grow. You can tell where he flexing. You can tell where he just experimenting something. And he just back to like before Black Hippie days.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
talk about why Black Hippie,
Hippie
didn't work.
But
The
you know
Hard
what?
Part
Hey,
6 was
Because he
amazing.
tried shit too.
and you know what I
Yeah,
think it
I
is
moved-
too?
I
moved on
I
creatively.
think Baby Keem helped him get that too, that new creativity. You
Oh,
know what
yes,
I'm saying? Because
absolutely.
he's a lot younger.
Shout out
You
to the
see,
Vegas
you
Baby.
willing,
Yeah.
you willing to
See,
trust
shout out
up
to
with
the
your
Vegas
family.
Baby.
Wait, the home team.
So I actually have an opposite opinion of that. I think Baby Keem is part of the distraction that kept him away from Black Hippie that he feels so guilty about by not properly giving them their time. You know, because
I don't know. I just
Baby
think I,
Keem went out. Baby Keem really start to like connect with Kendrick and make things happen with Kendrick maybe about 5 years ago, maybe 8. And even back then, Black Hippie was still a maybe at most.
right.
Yeah.
It was, I think,
Yeah.
because he went from like, if you think of soul, early Q was still on hella shit. He was still moving.
Yeah.
Soul was still figuring itself out, going through hella shit.
Right.
Steve, he was telling me about that the other day. But then Dot was making Good Kid, Mad City. He was on his way to Pimp a Butterfly. He was thinking
outside of
totally
what they
different.
go.
Yeah.
He was creatively on another
He
level.
said on the song.
Yeah.
That right there, along with, all the other shit he say on Mr. Morale, that's why he dropped the therapy session.
Yeah.
Because the way he moves sometimes be like, not tripping.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he even acknowledged it. I be tripping sometimes, but
It's like I said, for me, you see Tupac in this nigga because he's so
Yeah.
human and shit. That's
Yeah.
why,
So
like we was
fucking
like we
human.
were saying, man, when Miss Morale dropped, I was going through the similar shit. You know what I'm saying? So I can't listen to that. He telling me what I'm living, and after you go through therapy, you walk out like this. Because after I've been through the shit I went through, nigga, I can walk out confident and with that bravado. Because now
you
you've
gotta
been
talk
through some
about it and
stuff.
get it off
Yeah.
It's like he's growing, man. We gotta think about it too, man. The man only like 38.
Well, look, I'm not
You know what I'm
knocking his
saying?
growth.
Like, and he's still,
I'm not knocking his
like,
growth.
he young with this.
Yeah, he
38.
38. Yeah, he 38.
Like 38, 37.
No,
one of them.
So
He's 38
No,
then.
You know, 37, one of them.
No,
like,
yeah, no. Let me take that back. Yeah, he's 37. Cole is 38, and Drake is 39. That's how I
Damn.
remember.
Wait,
yeah.
I'm even more.
Yeah.
Drake is 39.
Yeah, Drake is 39,
Drake
dog.
ain't no damn 30. Hold on, I gotta
Drake
look
is
this up.
39.
Drake way too old for these duck lips, bro.
I'm,
Hey,
bro,
yeah.
I'm telling you, he is fucking 39, bro.
yeah, they.
Duck lips.
Bro,
Hey.
some of the things he be doing
When he
like,
cut his hair.
Hey, no, you see Kendrick made him cut his hair.
Yeah,
Kendrick made him cut his hair.
Bro,
What
I
is it, the
love that
braids?
shit, Yeah.
Yeah,
Kendrick-
yeah.
Bro, that's how I said.
He
That's
38.
what-
He 38.
Oh, he 38?
yeah.
Okay.
just turned 38.
That
I was
nigga
about to say
knocking
he
almost 40.
too close to 40. Hey, hold on, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with knocking on 40.
I
But
know it's
but his
not.
antics knocking on 40.
But that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying
like,
with
that's a
him.
different kind
His
of 40,
antics
bro.
is different from us to knock like us like we're getting there, but this nigga like he want to be like the 21-year-old all over again.
And,
like,
like,
come on, man, we
so-
moved on from that.
And this,
He
and this,
refuses to grow up. And I think
yeah.
and that's the
and
problem.
this another thing too. We all got hair in this motherfucker. Ain't no way we finna walk around with no barrettes, no color bullshit
Look.
at the end of our shit, bro.
Because
feel me?
but look,
You feel me?
but the
That's
part
your
so
thing,
that
that's
felt
your
so
thing,
inauthentic
but-
about it.
But
You can't do certain things with certain aesthetics.
But
and that
I was
to me,
gonna
and
go
it was a Cali thing. I seen
Yes.
niggas in Cali still do that. I get
Yeah,
it.
But
y'all
but
still
you
in
have
that.
a rep
You have-
on
you see-
top of that. You're a certain somebody
You
doing
see what I'm
that.
saying? In
Yeah,
Cali,
you know, I'm
it-
somebody-
it is
you're not-
part of that
but
culture.
even from that though, like it is a Kelly thing though. But where he got it from, he was swagger jacking Smino. Smino
Okay.
always
Yeah,
wore
yeah,
his hair
yeah,
like
yeah.
He
that.
do
Okay.
the little ballies, but even then, it's
It's
I
a
remember
lot,
when that was in back in the day. I feel old saying that shit, but
Nah, man.
Nah.
This
But
is
you,
what when B2K was out there doing it for Lil Saint.
from
But I
that,
said, right, but like I said,
that was an era.
yeah, that's
Get
that. That's
it,
that
but
era.
now I'm just like,
That's that era. But like you said, like with this GNX album for me, it was exactly well timed. And
Oh,
you know,
perfect
'cause then it
timing.
was so crazy. I had just had a conversation with my partner and them about what's the dude that just dropped, Tyler the Creator, and they was like, "You hear that, Tyler the Creator?" I'm like, "Nah, man." I was like, I'm not into the gimmick stuff, bro. Like if he just come out, he rapping is cool. But I seen the mask with the hair. I was like, yeah, he doing something. Because when he first came on, I heard him rapping, but he was trying to be like Eminem. I was just like, all right, cool. And they was saying, oh, I said, look, and I told him this. I said, if anybody was out right now, nobody would be talking about Tyler the Creator. I said, any of the big dogs drop right now, like with some real, I said, ain't nobody gonna talk about Tyler. And this is like Rockstar, K-Player and them, you know, Hot 97, DJ, D-Money and them. I'm telling them like, nah, bro.
RJ ready. RJ ready. Look at RJ.
You got it.
Go ahead, RJ. I know you got something.
Yo, I feel you to a certain extent because where he has even grown, I kid you not. My best friend, his daughter, niece, she called me and she was like, Uncle Steve, I'm like, what's up? Is me, you, and me, my dad, and you going to go see Tyler? I was like, since when you started liking Tyler? She was like, I've been listening to Tyler since Cherry Bomb. He had that influence already.
Yeah.
And even now we're to the point he got the little kids too as well. Like, yeah.
But like I said, the marketing side as a CEO,
Oh,
I see that.
Yeah, so-
But like I said, like my son's 14. He's not listening to GNX. He's listening to Boss Man D-Lo. You see what I'm saying? So
I'm not mad at that either.
it's all about
Yeah.
the kids and it's about your marketing plan, how you really push it out there.
Yeah.
Tyler, you came in right for that demographic because
He
niggas
used to be
our
on
age,
Cartoon
we
Network.
wasn't listening. I can't
You
listen
mean
to that.
Adult Swim?
You see
Adult-
what
Yeah, yeah,
that's Cartoon
that's
Network,
well,
though.
yeah.
So I'm
He
saying,
That's
but
started
like I
out
yeah.
with Loiter Squad. Well, he didn't start out
Yeah.
there, but
So-
he was cracking and then went to Loiter
So
Squad.
like, but like me, I'm 41, so I'm about to be
Not for
42.
me.
So like, you know, my demographic, I
I
can't,
hate you.
I
I
can't,
feel you on that, brother. It's not for me.
I can't.
You can
No,
have
but
that, but-
no, but
I
also
can't-
too,
hey,
no
but
knock,
also
though.
too within that
I
demographic
don't
too.
think
I just can't fuck with
I
it.
don't think there's anything because I'm on the side with Grease in this one, right?
Okay.
There's, and I don't want to say it this way, but he's already established the kind of lane that he's in. There's nothing that Tyler can do to really make me into the kind of fan that's going to say, hey, put that Tyler on. Simply because he's already established in his way, and
Facts.
I've already decided that it's not for me. And
Facts.
I illustrate that because somebody like Kendrick, who is for me, I can be critical of them when they do things that I don't like, which I have no problem being, you know. But I'm critical on Cole. I'm critical on Drake. I'm not just critical on Kendrick. I'm just critical because I love hip hop, and there's so much of a fading element of the things that I love in these past 10, 15 years. Where it's like what's really going on, and what I appreciate with GNX is because Kendrick has been able to blend the lyricism that we used to call that they used to call that East Coast rap on the West with the sound of the G-Funk era, with the sound of traditional West Coast rap, with that bravado. Like I said, he's sitting there with the greats. It puts him in that.
I agree with you.
Go ahead.
I got a
Man,
homie
that
from
motherfucking
LA
nigga
that's
is
like,
Dr. Doom of
his
rap.
thing was his biggest critique was I feel like Kendrick never had the production. I fuck with this production.
Yes, this
This
one.
shit's
Yeah.
This one,
12
yeah.
for 12 for me,
Bro,
bro.
like,
I
bro,
fuck with all of them.
No. That
12 for
GNX
12.
beat was a little weird to me.
Nah, I mean it's
But you
it's
know
that
Kendrick
it's the
gonna try
Cali
some shit
this
with
Cali
you.
though.
Right,
You see what I'm
yeah,
saying?
right.
You know it's.
Squad
But you got to
Boy
think
one
about
of
it.
the
Hit it
greatest
sounded
songs he
dope
ever
on that
did.
shit. You see what I'm saying? Like tell him hit it like that shit slap, bro. It's a different. It's the
different-
frequency is
Turn it-
different.
like, turn the
You see what I'm
TV
saying?
off?
It,
Turn
but,
the TV
Turn the TV off when you got
Yeah,
some
yeah,
subs
yeah,
in your car, bro.
yeah,
That
look,
shit is
but
like
you see what I'm saying? It's the frequency of it.
Yeah,
We not
yeah.
used to that frequency. Like, cause when I seen the pop out, when I watched the pop out in person, I was being exposed to all this music. The closest I got to all them cats is G Perico, and I got G Perico from Nip. Nip, my favorite artist.
And-
you know what I'm saying?
and-
So all the other new up and coming cats, I was just getting exposed to them. I didn't know the one. I thought you knew. I thought I was
Bro,
a white dude
bro.
this whole time,
And-
I seen this nigga up and it's
and
like this
this is-
nigga
and this is why-
a real gangster
and this
nigga.
is-
I'm like,
yeah,
oh
and
my.
This is the reason why. This is the reason why. Like you have to give. You gotta give Tyler the creator that nod. Our future.
No, that was good. It was good. It was
But
good.
here's my
Wait,
thing
wait.
again. But here's the thing. This is where you're going into that tree. Our future, internet. Patrick Page, Sid, but Lacey decided to stay with Tyler and do a lot of his composing for the rest of the albums. Flower Boy, fucking Igor. You know what I'm saying? Then he branches off and start doing his own fucking thing. So he comes from that Tyler tree. That's why I'm all like. Yo,
No,
that
but
Tyler
see,
tree is fucking amazing.
But see, like I said earlier, you could be from the West and not sound like a West Coast artist. So the thing that Kendrick's doing great is that he's putting on the West Coast sound again with these newer, younger guys.
Right.
Odd Future never sounded like West Coast artists. They've always been from the West. Odd Future has
Casey-
never. Odd
Casey
Future.
Veggie did.
And,
Casey
did.
Veggie,
No, Casey
yeah.
sounded a little East Coasty
No,
to me.
I'll say he more so West. He sounded
yes,
West.
Yes, he has his influence, but when I'm saying you sound like a West Coast or like for this GNX,
I think so. Let me ask
But-
you this before you go. So, do you think sounding like it, or just actually like, cause it's a difference in what I'm hearing, like being a West Coast artist and then like the real sound of like West Coast, like bass line, what we resonate with. You see what I'm saying? Like Casey might, like the subject matter might be like, I like you said, Currency. He talk like we talk, we you know that's
Yeah.
some West Coast. That's how
Yeah.
I was introduced to it.
Yeah.
So when he talks about that in cars, it's really some West Coast shit.
It is some
That's-
West
you know
Coast.
what I'm
it really
saying?
is. Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
that's what
He
I
a
get
West
from it.
Coast
So
artists that live in New Orleans.
Yeah,
that's
you know,
exactly
yeah,
what
yeah, that's what it
his
was, so-
influences, the cars, the way he
So-
dressed, like the
I
socks,
think-
the chains, everything.
I think
was
with
West.
our future, it's just the for me it was the content. Is what they was
Okay,
talking about.
alright.
Because I already said the nigga can rap.
Yeah.
and that's what
Yeah.
pissed me off. I'm like, bro, you can rap. We don't need
Rap
you
his
talking
ass
about
off.
raping or not. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Excuse
me.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. You know, doing that to people. You know, like the Eminem effect. I was just like, bro, leave that to him.
Yeah, he
No,
got over
yeah,
there.
and I'm with you, and
That-
that's
it's that shock value rap.
But this is the reason why I liked it, Chromacopia, so much. He got a track on there called "I'll Kill You." Well, the references of the track, he's talking about how black men and black women constantly change their hair up. The hair is already natural and beautiful, but once you start putting these toxics and chemicals in your
You
head,
teach me right now, bro.
Like,
Because like I said,
I didn't
I'm
know
telling
any
you,
of
I'm
this.
gonna be.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you.
Tyler is
I listened. I gave this last one a run. I was just like,
yeah, I'll kill
Is
you.
that a
and
West
then-
Coast topic?
And then for me,
No, it isn't.
no, what?
I mean,
It's-
Tyler
it's-
is from the
West
West. What are you
Coast,
trying
no,
to say?
but that's
is-
subject matter. West Coast
I'm
known for the storytelling
but
and
listen,
subject matter.
yes, I understand that part. But storytelling originally is really originated out the east, right?
Philly, though, but
we
we
put our own.
we took it
We
in
put
our
our.
own.
Well,
Say
listen,
where
listen.
storytelling
Yeah,
came
it
from. It
is.
came from Africa, nigga.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Yeah,
okay,
that
yeah.
too.
But I'm talking about the
Okay,
hip hop.
that
I'm talking about
too.
the
Yeah, we talking about hip hop,
No,
no, man.
You took me to Africa.
no, we not even gonna let you make that point.
hey, my guy.
Oh
Hey,
man!
hey, my guy, deep right there.
Stop.
Hey, no real talk. Start in Africa, man.
He's
Bullshit.
right.
Start in
He's
Africa,
right
man.
about
Yeah,
that.
you
But what I'm
right.
saying is, when it comes to hip hop, right? And there was a different spin on it where the West Coast adopted it, but we really adopted it with our West Coast sound. Just being able to do it doesn't make it West
NWA,
Coast.
NWA.
It's
Yeah,
One of the
yeah,
best
yeah,
storytellers
yeah.
is Ice Cube.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. But listen to the sound and tell me it
Ice
don't sound like
Cube.
you're in California.
The real now, right after
But you
Ice
was talking
Cube.
about storytelling in the beginning.
I was
Right
talking
after
about
Ice
storytelling. I was
Cube,
talking about the
I
way
say
it's
another great
executed.
storyteller
'Cause he's
rapper
talking-
was DJ Quick. That was
Oh,
the
yeah.
first. That was the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
album
yes.
that my pops had got.
Tonight
I
was a
stole
whole
that
story.
motherfucker.
Yes,
so
yes, yes.
tonight, all that because it was always a story. I
Right.
was always with him. Hey, somebody kicked the thing. I'm like, and when you hear the jack get pulled out, that's what happened. You hear that like somebody
could
hits
envision
Right,
everything
right.
happening.
You envision
It was so.
everything, yeah.
Quick
And then
was
and then I
super-
understood.
Yeah.
Then after a while, like I
Hey,
said,
shout out to Quick,
Quick,
man.
like Quick, one of my favorite
Shout out to
guys,
Quick,
bro.
that's my brother.
But that was
Shout out
my
to Quick, that's my
exposure.
brother.
Yeah.
That was my
Listen,
exposure to like real storytelling, bro. Like I sat down with Black put all that, bro. Like it was. And I'm sitting here 7 years old because it came, 90. I'm 89. I'm sitting here listening to it like, man. And he took me through Compton because, like I said, that was the
Yeah.
first time I seen Quick spelled wrong. And I told you I grew up in the crib, but that was my first. Like, why his name spelled like it ain't spelled like Quick, like. But then you hear him rap and seeing him in red, and you see, oh, I remember Colors. I remember this.
Yep.
Boys in the Hood came out. Menace to
Yep.
Society came
Yep.
out. You like, oh.
But he takes you. It becomes an experience, right? And that's what I say when it comes to this West Coast sound. There's an entire experience that comes, right? When you not only do you okay, so Dodger Blue is a perfect example. Not only do you hear the song, but you can see the sunset on the horizon on the beach.
Yeah.
Like when you
Yeah.
listen to Dodger Blue, you can feel the wind on your skin. Don't tell me you don't feel like you're in California when you
Man,
listen
it
to
might
Dodger
be
Blue.
when I put on the Dodger. My
You
Dodger
feel what I'm
jersey.
saying?
Yeah.
Like up there riding like you Jody or somebody.
Right,
You
right,
feel me?
right.
But the point that I'm making is that it takes you somewhere,
Yeah,
and that's what a
right,
West
right.
Coast
Yeah.
sound is.
Yeah.
Because there's so many different artists that we could name: Ice-T, Cube. We can go with Problems
40,
done it well.
40.
40.
The Jason Martin
Warren G.
rebrand, though.
You know,
Yeah.
but you
Yeah,
said what?
that's dope, bro.
The
That's
Jason
dope.
Martin rebrand needs to go down in history, bro.
Yes,
Yeah.
it do.
That's dope.
Yes,
I like
it
How
do.
this nigga went from Problem to all this time being Terrence Martin's brother,
Yeah, man.
Look
I-
at here.
listen,
and it all started to make sense. I'm
Right.
like,
You know what? But the thing about it is that they all come with a sound.
Yeah.
And when
Yeah,
you
they do.
listen and when you hear that sound, you feel California. Let's
Yeah.
let's cut the bullshit. West Coast isn't even West Coast because don't nobody give a damn about Oregon or Washington. West Coast is Cali. West Coast is LA because you can't even say all of Cali because the Bay sounds different. So even
Yeah.
making it tighter,
But no,
making it
I
tighter,
still-
the West Coast sound is LA.
No, but what we because they're the ones that are out, and this is a discussion that we was having about with like for example, we have an artist next year that get on just to say whoever.
Mm-hmm.
This is year one. Like Dizzy had kicked the door open and did a little bit when Finley got signed with Def Jam. We was making moves to get there. They've been doing it since the '80s. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's kind of hard to break in and do it. You know, it's like the
Yeah.
closest we had got, like I said, for me personally was with Weez when we signed with Def Jam. Because we felt like we was in. And then this is what we were talking about. I told him, like me and Finley had this conversation. They wanted him to stay in Atlanta. They say, do you want to stay in Atlanta or you want to go back to Vegas? He said, I'm going to go back to Vegas. I was like, bro, stay in Atlanta. Because what do we say? Hey, man, the city don't support, bro. Just do what you got to do. There's a lot of resources down here, blah, blah, blah. They was trying to make him sound like he was from Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? And he was like, bro, I'm a West Coast artist, man. Like, I got to have, like this type of sound and this kind of look. I'm not from Atlanta. If I'm out here rapping, they gonna think I'm from Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So he came back, did all his visuals out here, but it's the minor steps that you can take, you know, to get there. But it's year one, so the sound, that's Cali's like Big Brother.
Yes.
If you have a big brother, you always gonna follow what your big brother do.
The goal is
to do what they do, but do it better.
analogy.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do what they do, but do it better. 'Cause
Exactly.
It's like the DeMarco Murray, you know, conversation.
Yeah.
I went to school with his older brother.
Yeah.
But we seen his youngest brother. We was like, he gonna be the one. And he don't want to end up going playing in the NFL. But, you know, the other brothers was nice, but they was paving the way, and he was learning from them.
He watched the mistakes.
Watched the mistakes.
He watched
And
the
I was
mistakes
like,
and grew from the
That's a
strengths.
great allegory for Kendrick Lamar's album.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
because of the way he pieces together not only the pieces of his past, but like on a song like Reincarnated that you put me on, was saying that it felt like Me Against the World from Tupac.
Yeah, against all odds. Against all odds.
I
Yeah.
didn't even think about that comparison. I knew it was a Pac beat.
Yeah, it's made niggas beat.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's just that energy. You know what I'm saying? It was against all odds. You know, I hope my true it was like that soldier shit. You see what I'm saying? That's what he was on.
Exactly.
That made niggas came out right after Hit 'Em Up. Because he was like, I still got shit to say. Because Hit 'Em Up did so much damage at that time, bro. I remember this clear as day. I'm 13 because I'm remembering this. And so when we seen that video,
The world
it was
just
on
accepted aggression.
it was on Luke. I seen it on the Luke tape. That's how we used to get these exclusives. Like Uncle Luke had the exclusives.
Man,
on
my
there.
pops used to watch those Luke
Yeah.
tapes. That's how I seen the video. No,
That's how
I
only-
seen the main niggas video
That's how you
because
had to
they
see
wasn't
it.
airing it on. They wasn't airing
The
it on
box.
TV.
It wasn't airing on
You know,
nothing.
you're right because
Wasn't airing on
my
nothing.
memory is so fucking good from that because it's from the gang related soundtrack.
Yeah, soundtrack.
And my dad would play that soundtrack all the time. And then once he
What's
got
that,
a
like
hold of the
94
Luke
you
tape,
said?
94, 95.
Luke,
Yep, like somewhere in there.
yeah,
I
Luke
was
played
6.
it on his tape
I do not
where
remember
it was an unedited version and everything, and I was like, damn. And then fast forward, now I see why that they never showed it on TV though. But even just back into that song, Reincarnated, at the end where he was sitting down and having a conversation with God, and the part that struck me, he was like, "But I'm teaching everybody to be right and pure," but he was not like, and then God was just like,
No,
"You're not."
you're not.
But see,
I was like,
It was.
oh
it was
my
a,
God.
but you got to look at this,
Bruh.
right? With the similarity in the way they're walking, right? And you got to look at the impact because in that time, Tupac had a chokehold on America, right? Right now, Kendrick has a chokehold on the world, right?
Yeah.
But Tupac said,
almost.
"I'm not gonna change the world.
I'm gonna be the.
I'm gonna spark the brain that will." And you see the adaptation of Kendrick Lamar because Kendrick Lamar is of all intents and purposes the East Coast West Coast war combined.
Think about
Right?
how. Think about how special it was when he seen Dr. Dre and them and Tupac shooting, and his daddy took him there.
Yeah.
To that video to live and
California.
to live and die in L.A.
To live and die in
Yeah,
LA. But listen,
Machiavelli, you see
Yeah.
that's why I said that
he
Gen X,
absorbed
bro.
everything about
man.
it. But think about the East Coast West Coast beef, right? The aggression of Tupac, the lyricism of Biggie, right? And all that being molded into one person who's culturally relevant because he comes from the culture. There's nothing inauthentic about Kendrick.
Right.
The greatest thing about Kendrick, right, is that Kendrick is a West Coast legend that's not a gangster rapper, and he's the only one.
Yeah.
Because if you listen to Kendrick, he'll talk about gangsta activity. He'll talk about his experiences with it. He'll talk about his brushes with it, how he felt when the pressure was overwhelming. You know, you could hear the gunshots on the van in Good Kid, Mad City, right?
His friend got
Everything
smoked
about that,
in front of him.
right? But check this. He doesn't talk in a present tense or an active tense from doing anything. He's not a gangster rapper. He's gangster rap adjacent. And he's the kid that's in the hood that is the one that made it out that needed to be protected. Because we've always heard about, I was saying this off air, we've always heard from the gangster rapper. We've always from the one that's got packs, the one that's been to jail. We've always heard about the one that's been shot, shooting, everything about, but we never heard the one that got protected. We never heard the one that was like, you know, hey, he been on the stoop watching it. You know, he's seeing what was going on. He's close enough. You know, some of the things happen. But we never heard from that guy.
Right,
and
right,
so
right.
now with us hearing from that guy, it gives us a completely different perspective of the hood, of the block.
That he actually has kept count. how many people that he lost.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I thought that
Yeah.
was
Because
significant.
he's trying. Because where a gangster rapper normally is desensitized about those things because that's his active lifestyle. He take those mental reps in his head. Kendrick ain't used to losing people because he's not taking
Like, he
people away
talked
from
about
nobody.
Pup,
Right.
like 3 times, like from him talking about it's the dog in him. You can blame Pup for that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he was like dropping
Yeah.
so much in there, and I think, and that's why I put so much weight on Mr. Morale because, like, I think Grease, you had said something either off air or earlier, but you were like, when you go to therapy, you come out of it
Yeah.
you come out of it differently.
Yeah.
Like
And
all of these
I
things
understand that.
they're there now, and so now in GNX with a song like that, or just like the tone of the album like that, because he mentioned it throughout the album.
The
I think
intro.
Kendrick, the intro was crazy.
Yeah.
Back Down
yeah.
Girls is insane.
Like to
The whole
to,
symbolism of a whacked out mural.
bro, and to say like that'll make you
but-
go to Europe.
That's
But
normal.
not even
It's
just that.
normal to me.
That's normal to me.
Yeah.
But
Right
also the
about that.
symbolism.
Yeah.
He-
You know what
look,
I'm
look,
saying?
Kendrick.
They been
there.
I also took from that Kendrick's no longer acknowledging legends.
No,
Yeah.
Like,
No,
he's no
and I
longer
like that.
acknowledging
So I
legends.
like that.
You know,
Yeah.
and it hurt my feelings that Wayne is one of them that he talking about. But I
got-
respect how you doing it, young
Yeah.
bruh. Like,
Yeah.
because the way that he was received in one of his biggest moments, and the tone of everybody else talking about it not going to Wayne, that pissed him off, and he said something about it. And you know what? He didn't diss Wayne, but he did definitely display his displeasure about that. And then calling out Snoop.
I want to sidebar on that for a
Go ahead.
second. Because I don't think the general public understands the significance of like Kendrick feeling slighted by Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Because he says it in one of the most respectful ways possible. I used to bump the Carter 3 and rock my Rolly chain proud. Ironically, my hard work, I think I let Lil Wayne down.
down.
He remade the entire...
but you got to look at the reference of J. Cole and I Let Nas Down.
That too,
Yeah.
but hold on, let me double back. He redid the Carter 3.
Yeah.
Kendrick did every beat. He ran through it on like a Lil Wayne homage.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga rocked with Lil Wayne.
He got an entire song. It's on Section 80. I can't remember where he's rapping like Wayne, where he's literally adopted Wayne's entire style,
Yeah.
right? And he's never hid his admiration for Wayne. They have the banger Mona Lisa together, right? But
And
it's
that's
like
what make it so weird for Wayne to say it was stolen from me.
Right.
I get that he
And
feels
the moral
some kind of way,
is,
but
it's like
stolen
that. It's
from me,
like
that's
that old
dramatic, bro.
saying. It's like that old saying. Your idols become your rivals.
That is true.
Your idols, people that you idolize.
I still don't think they're rivals.
I wouldn't say rival though, but
No, it's right. They rivals.
yeah,
They're rivals.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
rivals.
yeah.
That
idols.
GNX energy, they all he said it used to be fuck him. Now it's
Let's
like
clear the word.
Okay,
Let's
all right.
clear the word.
Plurals.
You-
Plural.
right.
Yeah, idols become your rival.
So this is what I'm saying. Like this is the
always
reason I
been that
say
way with him, though.
The reason I say that is because and this is where I feel like stands are going to drag this into.
Can we
it
clear
being
the
a
word
beef.
rival first? I got the definition for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
A rival is a person or thing competing with another for the same objective or for superiority in the same field or activity. We talking about the Super Bowl here. They both rappers.
But see,
That's a
they,
fact.
they were never
Cooking.
in competition. They didn't compete.
Rappers
Hold on,
compete.
listen. Let me get
Okay,
there.
my
Let me get
bad,
there.
my
Let me
bad,
get
my
there. Let me
bad.
get
Go
there.
ahead,
Right?
go ahead.
They were never actually in competition. They were in consideration.
always in competition. They always
right?
in
Because
competition,
somebody
bro.
else made a decision based upon their input of what they have. Right?
Based off of the work you put.
Now.
Plain and
competition.
simple.
This is where I feel like the overlapping nature of this activity is what's going to cause the beef. Because at no point in time did Wayne knock Kendrick. It's just the overlapping.
did.
Listen. It's the overlapping detail of him not getting what he felt like he deserved, and that selected artist being Kendrick. If it would have been anybody else, I feel like Wayne's reaction would have been the same, not being towards Kendrick.
Okay, now
You
can
see what I'm saying?
Okay, I got
Now
you.
I'm going after you.
Yeah,
So
and then
look,
I'm gonna
so
go
look.
after you.
Y'all ain't about to pack me out, bro. Hold up.
So look, I'm gonna stall you out on the competition argument.
All right.
There's too many circumstantial points and circumstantial evidence with Wayne that Kendrick has let slide for like the Super Bowl thing to just keep letting get slide. So Drake beef, right? We all know Drake beef.
That
Drake was
Wayne
signed
stayed
to
out of.
Wayne. Wayne stayed out of it, but he also didn't. Wayne didn't choose a side. And Kendrick's whole stance on this album is sides should have been chosen, so I'm choosing them now, basically.
True.
In GNX.
True.
So with Wayne not saying nothing on the side or publicly, that kind of says where you stand, right? But you still one of my idols, so I'm gonna stall you out. That's your little homie. You didn't say anything. So, cool. Street code me. I ain't even got no problems with you.
Yeah.
But now, after this shit, instead of coming to me like, hey, bro, like, let's do Mona Lisa. You in my city. Oh, I was going to do Mona Lisa anyway. Cool. You go out and say, I stole it from you? After what I did and how I just packed your boy out? All right.
I don't see. I see. I don't see it that I could see how it can be broken down that way, but I don't think Kendrick's that type. I think Kendrick is more.
petty as a motherfucker.
No. Let me get there.
Okay,
let me get there.
I
Right?
gave my turn. I'm going to get to y'all. Go ahead.
I think, allow me to rebut. If all y'all gonna come, I'm gonna be rebut. God damn it, that's too many points for me to remember. All right. But
All right, go ahead.
But so Kendrick is definitely drawing the lines in the sand, and I feel like there's going to be, hey, you over there, you be cool until you jump stupid, then I'm gonna let that thing go, right? And that's where I feel like the stance that he's at. I don't think he's at a point where we're already rivals and he's got something in the chamber, but it's more so like, look, going about it the other angle, it's like the idols become rivals. You're part of my inspiration. You're part of my influence. He has the, like you said, the homage to Wayne from the Carter 3. He comes from that mixtape Wheezy era that influenced so many different rappers.
Man.
So I feel like it's taking a bar from from J. Cole, staring at G Money, crying tears before I busted him. I don't want to do it, but I will. And that's what I think the respect that he has for Wayne in his position. Unlike Drake, I'm taking your fucking head off. And then after I take your head off, I'm going to burn the body. And after I burn the body, I'm going to step on the ashes. And after I step on the ashes, I'm going to sweep him up. Like the way he is bullying Drake out of hip hop and his attitude and tone in that sense makes it feel different. I feel like what he has for Wayne is kind of like that same angst that he had for Snoop. Like, fuck is you doing, bruh?
Right.
Like either shut all the way the fuck up or pick a side.
Yeah. That, like I said, this is my two things about the Drake thing, right? I mean Wayne in the Super Bowl. It's like, let's make this comparison, you know. It's like a bad chick being from New Orleans. And just because you seen her and she's from your city, don't mean that you deserve her. She still got to choose up, bro. And whatever your resume is, whatever you put out in front of you, whatever you present to that woman, they got to choose. That's the end of the day. How does people get chose? Second thing is, with this beef going on, why didn't he pop out on Twitter and say something when got Wayne face tatted on you like a bitch? You didn't say nothing, and you didn't say nothing because I was bigging
because
you.
he did.
No, wait. But you see what I'm saying?
Like a bitch.
because I'm bigging you up though.
Yeah.
I'm bigging you up in this moment. At the biggest,
Yeah.
the number one song, everybody's saying, calling him a bitch because you did some bitch
Several
shit.
times.
You see what I'm saying? You're doing some bitch shit. But because I come out and how you, like you said, you've been acting, you don't deserve this. Like everybody sober sees that whatever Wayne has done has been trash, bro. I said this to everybody. Every time somebody say, "Oh, this is why we here," I said Wayne better get to flicking that dry ass lie. He better, because I already know you're not gonna catch what he's trying to tell you. He's looking at it.
Stay in the house, Wayne.
Hey, because I told you.
Before you get put down, you
I
old dog.
knew he wasn't gonna catch. Like, you disappointed me with your actions, bro.
That's
You
exactly-
know what I'm
that's
saying?
exactly what it is.
Like I get it. Let Nicki crash out. Let everybody else do that bullshit, but you don't do that shit, bro. Like you. Mona Lisa.
From over there.
You see what I'm saying? Like Mona Lisa, bro. Like you was just on stage on concert talking about, I'm going to learn the words to Mona Lisa because people keep asking me to perform it at my concerts. This is all Googleable and on YouTube.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So you see these things.
And
Wayne don't remember
and
the
then
lyrics.
you
He
come
just
out
said,
there,
"I
you
know
They gave him teleprompters now.
like, you know, so with me, I see the interview where he made it about him. That's what I was like, man, that's some bitch shit.
So,
So I said that's some bitch. You should have never.
Okay. Let me say this.
It was soft, bro.
Let me
It
tell
was
you
soft.
why
The
Wayne.
teleprompter show ain't the same as a Kendrick Lamar show.
Right.
So no, it's not the same but their shows wouldn't be the same anyway because they're not the same kind of artists.
Same energy and same type of connection. With
Man, hey,
Not even because the energy that.
nah, man, you can't separate a concert's a concert,
the
bro. We
concert-
all going on the stage.
So I've been to a Wayne
Yeah.
concert. I haven't been to a Kendrick concert. A Wayne concert is insane. Like, but see, and I'm talking about insane. The concert that I've been to, He does half of all the Carter stuff. Brings the Young Money artists out, and then after that, it's mixtape Wheezy all the way out.
How big was the venue?
I went to one of his more intimate shows, but I've seen him do stadiums. But I specifically chose a small town because I like intimate shows.
I like intimate shows too.
But
the reason why I asked that question is because I'm talking about the Super Bowl performance.
Let me say this. Hold on.
Okay,
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there, right?
Why you gotta keep getting there, man? Let Steve go. Go ahead, Steve.
You get to your
Go
point.
ahead.
Hey,
I'm trying to rebut everybody.
after your point, this is what I gotta ask you. After your point,
And
what would be your Super Bowl playlist for Lil Wayne? Think
Great
about
question.
that. While Steve's giving his point.
Okay.
Why he's giving his point.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So even on here, man, on Whacked Out Murals, the shot couldn't be any clearer. Where to the point that nigga was all like, "I'm sticking my chest out. I said this, and what the fuck you gonna do?" When that nigga said, "All these niggas are agitated. I'm just glad they showing their faces." Quite frankly, plenty artists, but they're outdated. Old ass flows trying to convince me that they're their favorite. The shot couldn't have been any fucking clear.
Yeah.
I was like, when he said that, no.
He talking about Wayne.
Wayne, he talking about Wayne.
He
He
doubled
talking
back
about
on Wayne.
one man and one man only.
He went back
one
on Wayne. And
Like,
a lot of people didn't catch
catch
that.
that, bro.
I didn't want
I
to say
heard
like
it
I was
too.
reaching. Because
Bro,
I caught the same
you
shit. Like,
wasn't.
yeah, you like,
wasn't.
nigga,
So
why you
when
trying to
I
convince
heard
these
that,
people?
when I heard that, I was like, oh, that nigga like, what you gonna do? I'm standing right in your face, nigga. What are you going to do?
I'm praying he don't shut. He don't talk because this isn't Wayne's arena. This isn't Wayne's arena. We've never enjoyed Wayne for beefs. That has never been his thing. Wayne.
you.
Listen. Wayne.
Oh, you motherfuckers in the internet?
Wayne is legendary.
These were like subtle, like
They're
Listen to Me
because they never
Too,
went into
the-
something because that's not the type of artist Wayne is. Wayne is legendary because he's the only artist in history that put a label on his back when it was falling and made it legendary by his motherfucking self. When Juvie, BG, and all them Turk and everybody left, he was the little homie.
Right. I mean, that's a part of his story.
But what I'm saying is that the way that he did it,
right.
the avenue that he chose, it was
Pizza
your
Run,
song until Wayne hopped on it. He had that much presence, right?
Yeah.
Wayne,
I'll give you that.
This is why New Orleans should have chose
That
Wayne.
was-
Hold on, listen to me.
But they should have chosen it at a different time. Like
Listen,
when, go ahead.
like I said, it's a timing issue. The thing is, Wayne is the reason that Louisiana is legendary in hip hop.
This is true.
They're known in hip hop before anything you add Wayne, right? Master P, of course, Manny Fresh, but Wayne is what makes them legendary.
Yeah.
But the thing
Right?
is,
And
Wayne,
that type
I
of-
love Wayne. Wayne is one of my favorite artists, but he does not deserve a participation trophy.
That's it.
That's
I don't
it.
think it's a
Plain and
participation
simple.
trophy.
It is.
Hey.
You
Plain
just
and
said
simple.
And
He
this is-
did a legendary run 20 years
Let's
ago.
go,
Yeah.
bro.
But see, that's why
I love Wayne for that. I've been down since
But
Lights
wait-
Out.
wait, but
Baller
see-
Blocking was my shit.
Okay, but
I fuck with Wayne.
But let's look at the past Super Bowl experiences, Super Bowl performances.
Mm-hmm.
Has it not been the nostalgic ones that were the best?
But I didn't. But you didn't.
Wait,
really.
Snoop and Dre?
You didn't see
Usher?
Louisiana? You didn't see his fest? You wanted, and that's why I asked you, what's the playlist?
that is a
What's
great
the playlist?
question. What's the playlist?
So
Oh,
the thing, it's
yeah.
not it's not just gonna be a wait. Let me talk. Let me talk.
No excuses. Right to the playlist.
All right, we're going straight to the playlist,
Playlist.
right? We're going. Of course, Mrs. Office is going to be in there. Of course, a Millie, 6 foot, 7 foot. We're gonna do Go DJ. All right. We're gonna do. Now we're gonna go into our features. We're gonna do Make It Rain. The hook's gonna come for that. We're gonna do Duffel Bag Boy. We might even get a guest. But listen, you got to understand that there's so much that he's gonna go into. The DJ has to be excellent. The DJ would have to be excellent because these transitions have to be absolutely smooth, or it's going to be pre-recorded track, most likely pre-recorded. But it's going to be similar in the fashion in the way that when Eminem headlined the Super Bowl.
Right.
But you got Eminem, you Dre, you got 50. It's going to bring out that many different artists. If it's Wayne by himself, no.
He already said it, but
it's not. If
He
it's
said
Wayne by
nobody's.
himself,
He already said in the interview, if I get it, nobody's performing with me. Sorry, Bobby Valentino. I'm doing Miss Officer by myself. But my rebuttal to all of that is like, and this is where it gets funny to me. A Millie is a great sonically sounding record. I'm a menstrual bleed. I'm a venereal disease. Like, nigga, don't nobody want to hear you talking about it being a menstrual bleed, a venereal disease.
but you don't have to get to that lyric in the
no,
montage.
you're going to get to it,
Okay,
bro.
but give me at that
Listen-
same time.
listen-
They know
listen
exactly
to
what-
Lollipop.
Give
What's the
me-
lyrics to Lollipop? You see what I'm saying?
Bro, that's been in commercials. That's absolutely going to be played at Super
So
Bowl.
listen, but like you gotta break down, and that's why I said
That's commercial.
Listen to the
That's his most commercial track.
but the content. No, I get it. That was his most commercial track at that time because it sonically hit.
Yeah.
And but it doesn't. If you don't do nothing better than that, then that's it. That's your best hit.
I don't
That's
think it's
your
just
best
that.
hit.
I think with everybody that you could bring out,
Everything
is
that-
what's going to make it out, because Eminem, that you could have had that same conversation with. You nobody want to see you go over there and kill your mom or kill your baby moms or everything like that, or rap about how like
But
nobody want
listen,
that. But
right?
but if you look at at the Super Bowl performance
but
we
listen,
got,
but what-
it was amazing.
But what Lil Wayne song is "Lose Yourself in the Moment"? You know what I'm saying? You gotta do it, all that. Like you don't never let it go.
I don't know, because everybody in the country know, bitch, real G's move in silence like lasagna. Everybody know that.
But even with this, so like we're looking at the playlist. So okay, there are gonna be a few people in the crowd that probably might know Lollipop versus
A few?
Yeah, a few versus
A few?
Yeah,
A few, bro.
A few versus. Watch where I go with this. Versus a whole fucking arena saying, if Pyrus and Crips all got along, they probably got me down by the end of the song. Everybody all saying, looking at me.
You know,
Every time I'm in the street, I hear,
shit-
yeah.
Nah,
Everybody's
damn.
gonna go lose it, bro.
He don't got
Everybody's
them.
gonna fucking lose it.
He don't have them.
You don't got that.
All right.
You don't fucking got that.
I say.
I don't think Wayne don't. I don't think we go as far as saying Wayne don't.
I
got
say
that.
No,
Wayne
I'm
puts
just
on a
his
great
catalog
show.
is
And
good.
His catalog is great.
Good, great.
But I don't think
because
it's-
if he branches into anything mixtape,
let me get there. Ain't that what you told me? Let me get there.
all right, get there.
All right, let me
I'll be
get
waiting
there.
for you. I'm right there waiting for you.
Let me get there. All right. So Wayne has a great catalog for like the Wayne connoisseur, right? And he has those mainstream repetitive ones, like, you know, like you said, Lollipop, like
Yes.
a bunch of things. But a lot of what kills Wayne when it comes to Super Bowl, there's a certain sheen that the Super Bowl has, right? Like, and you can't talk about.
Yes,
the
that
content
is
Wayne talks
you're
about.
You're right about that. You're absolutely right
And
about that. That's one of the things that worked against him.
predominantly, like the catalog of Wayne's like hits have that all wrapped in it. We love it for it. We know that's Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick has like the storytelling pieces that mainly just popped off on like some crazy.
But
things.
there's a large chunk of and this comes from somebody that played football, coaches football, right? There's a large chunk of Kendrick's catalog that the same argument can be made that's not going to really resonate with football. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't have
But
that
you
same.
switching the point
No,
to
no,
emphasize something.
No,
that
no,
was-
no, no. I'm
right.
saying that
We talking about football
hold
versus
on.
like
hold on.
censorship.
I'm saying no. I'm saying in the sense that it's at the Super Bowl. So there's we can always make the argument of where things don't fit, and I believe both artists have
Okay.
capabilities of doing amazing shows. I'm not saying the Kendrick show's not going to be dope. I'm not saying it's not going to be great. And with this album, I'm more confident with the performance because he didn't have a whole lot of this.
So
And I'm glad you say that. And sorry, Grease,
go
but
ahead,
real
go
quick,
Yeah.
think about what the suit. You're gonna get back to football now. Let's switch the target for you, and I'm right there with you. Football is about attention, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's about talent and dedication and all that athleticism. That's what gets the attention.
Mhm.
But Super Bowl commercials are known for being expensive. They're known
Yeah.
for generating a ton of money, and Super
Mhm.
Bowls known for generating a ton of eyes.
yes.
Who's generated more eyes from a marketing standpoint?
The
from
Kendrick.
Kendrick, right?
Nobody.
Because of the beat.
He's the man of the year.
Okay, so again, that's another reason why I think Wayne's being dramatic, saying like it was stolen from me.
right.
No,
Like, I had a
so-
bigger
so-
moment. He's not only saying like I got a bigger career, I'm a bigger legend.
He is
Like,
a big
and
legend.
He is. I mean, that's debatable. I'm not saying he is or isn't, but what I'm saying is not only for him to stand on that saying y'all should have gave it to me off GP,
Yeah.
but he's also saying as a businessman
Yeah.
because he owns Young Money, so he's also a CEO with his CEO lenses on. He's also saying I would have been a bigger draw.
No. See that's
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Listen to me.
But
Listen.
you
I
can't-
don't. No, I'm
okay, go
saying
ahead.
no because he wouldn't. I'm saying no
Right.
because Wayne wouldn't, and that's the part because you could make arguments on both sides about this. That's why I say the problem is the overlapping time. Because if it wasn't Wayne, if it wasn't Kendrick, I feel like Wayne would have the same reaction. So say if they gave it to Taylor Swift, but it's in New Orleans, right? And in every moment, we know that Taylor's a bigger artist. But Wayne is going to feel that way because of where it's at.
He
And
wouldn't
that's
say
the
nothing.
problem
He
with
wouldn't say
Wayne,
nothing.
and that's
He
the
wouldn't
Say
problem.
none?
He wouldn't say nothing. He wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't.
He would've.
No, it's the rival stuff. It's the
that Wayne is
competitiveness.
at that
Yeah.
point.
Because this is how I predate everything that I judge this young man on, because it's what Wayne said in the interview when the lady asked him about how would it feel to perform in the Super Bowl, and he gave it up. He told us what he would do. I'm gonna go work hard. I'm gonna try to make sure You ain't do none of that shit. That's why I said when people be talking, I'm like, man, the resume don't speak. You ain't put nothing out that stick. I'm not giving you. It's like me with my Dallas Cowboys rings. Nigga, they ain't did nothing since '96, bro. I still hang on to them.
Eminem's latest album.
You see what I'm saying? But I don't even with him, it wasn't impactful. It came and went to me. It wasn't
And
impactful.
then
But I want to ask you this about Wayne, and this is the same stuff I was saying about people who say.
All right, after that, then we got to wrap up to the other topic.
Okay, yeah, but no, this is like, but this is go to like, people say Kendrick is being helped by Drake. Everybody else outside of Drake fans know Kendrick was already a superstar.
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking about he's only blowing, this GNX is only blowing because of Drake. And you went to your playlist, you say, hey, I'm gonna go to the mixtape Weezy. It's easy to that's the confusing part, but people keep giving Wayne this for being a mixtape. The song is already done. The meal is already done. If you come and remixing something that I already did, bro, that's a lot easier because it's already a hit. How many hits you got on your own though?
Eating up leftovers.
See what I'm saying? Like, I already cooked, bro. No, no. Where your hits at? You see, when they don't like that.
You can't say where your hits at.
Where
Wayne,
your
'cause he
hits
got
at?
those.
No, he don't. You just told me. You just told me mixtape Weezy in the middle of the Super Bowl. You're gonna do 4 of your songs, then you're gonna everybody else song. That's your argument.
That angle is crazy. Because this is why I say,
That's not. Bro,
is he
but
not alleging
Kendrick
as
is gonna-
mixtape?
I don't care about none of
Jay-Z
that.
not say I might send this to the mixtape?
I don't care about none of that
Is
stuff,
he
bro.
not
That-
a persona?
Y'all see, that's what they hang
not
on
saying
to.
not
I'm
alleged.
looking at the
He's
actual
saying
facts, bro.
facts, yeah.
The actual
Is-
facts is Wayne catalog ain't as dope as y'all make it. Y'all throw the mixtape stuff in there with the actual
saving
releases.
grace.
With the actual
we're saving
releases.
grace.
Cap, because your opinion
Come
was
on,
different
bro.
when we sat on this whole couch.
No,
I'll pull up the
come on,
video.
bro.
Cap,
No,
Cap,
no,
no.
no,
This me and
I'm
him
just-
right now.
I'm just
You
like,
on Cap alert.
I'm just
No,
saying,
I'm not.
Kendrick's gonna do his catalog.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go do a mixtape song. I'm doing my catalog. That speaks volumes, because I always ask people, present the facts. It's all right there. We got 500 Degrees. We got all of these songs. And just like 50 said back in the day, what was the single to 500 Degrees? Was it Fireman? What was it? What was the single that? You can't tell me the single to that song. To that album.
That was
The fact you gotta
want to fuck with we.
The one that when he remixed,
him and Juvie was beefing.
Yeah.
And so to be
That's-
petty, he
yeah.
dropped
I
the.
don't think 500 Degrees really had a single. 500 Degrees was a petty reply to what Juvie was doing because
Nah,
he
he-
got
But it was his album, bro.
like
Wayne
it
got his
was,
stuff
but
together
I don't
after
really
the
feel like it had that
squad.
push rollout
Yeah.
And
because
then, like that first Carter. That first Carter was when Wayne figured out sound, delivery, commercial viability.
it's when he found himself.
Yeah.
I think he found himself in 3. Because 2, I think that's when he started looking more Jay-Z. Because you got to think about what's the lead? Hustler music.
Was the first
That's New York.
Baby, you
That's
gotta know that
that's
I'm just
New York.
out here.
That's
doing
New York.
what
We
I
can't
gotta do. Yeah,
It's just that
underestimate
sound.
the Dipset
That-
influence, and
but
like,
that's
that's really
that New
what
York.
Wayne
But-
was.
but he's not- but
with Joel and
but it's that Carter one when he. So what to me, what I
Carter
feel
one
like,
sound like New Orleans.
but it does
Yes.
because he was still that New Orleans rapper. He had that because he had this entire time where he had spending time learning from BG, Juvie, Turk,
No, I fuck
and all
with the
these
Carters.
guys.
Even
Right?
after
Right.
that.
Hold on,
Listen,
wait. Let me say my
it
point on it.
Right.
Let me say my point on it, right? So he still had that sound, but then he heard about what Jay-Z did. Jay-Z doesn't take, so that's why he did the squad tapes, rapped everything that he had written down,
I'm a
and then
fan
from
of
that
those.
point out, he said, I'm just going to go in the booth to do what Jay does. So that's when he's trying to adopt more, so we could see the progression of that style. So it reached its peak New Yorkness in, I say, Carter 2, and then he started making his own in 3.
I think you said this to me. I forgot who said this. Like, Wayne is just like Louisiana Fabulous, bro. That's it. Because I like when I think of Fabulous, dope on mixtapes, but what hits he got on his own?
Yeah.
Like, what
See,
hits
because
do he got?
I've
Like,
never been the hip hop fan that looks at hits. I know you say you like the bops.
I'm talking about your. I'm talking about. Well, let me rephrase that. Your catalog, like
Yeah.
what you independently sit down and come up with. You know,
So
that's what I
could
look
put
at.
Wayne on shuffle, to be honest with you, minus the last 2 releases, right? But like, I mean, shit, Rebirth was fire for like some
Yes, it
experimental shit.
It was.
I mean, I still listen to Lights Out sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, Get
yeah.
Off the Court is
Got
one
up
of
early
my-
morning,
one of
called
my
Keisha.
favorite old Wayne songs.
Oh, Wayne.
Young
See,
and
for-
Blues was the
Yeah,
old
the
one.
blues. That's my favorite.
Shit, I can go on and on for
Right.
like
Yeah.
and not even touch. But okay, to come a little bit sooner, even when I think it was Glory was one of the last Wayne songs. I was like, damn, this nigga snapping.
Yep, I know.
That Glory,
Funeral and Glory were the
Yeah.
last 2 that he was really
yeah, like that. Shit
Then he had
was
his
snapping.
verse where he chorus like the Corday
Yeah.
shit and everything, but that's one of the
Yeah,
ones where he was like,
the Sunday morning one was okay.
yeah, it was a good
It was
verse.
okay,
It was a
but
great
I like
verse.
the Seeing Green verse was fire.
Yes,
Um,
God did.
God did was fire.
If he'd have had more bars, he'd have had the best song, verse on that song.
I wish they would have gave him more.
Because
They let Wayne rap first and told him do 16. That's what happened.
But Wayne's 16 is very comparable to Jay's 30 minutes.
I like Wayne 30 minutes though, because that's when the engineer just let that nigga go and
Yes.
he just get to flipping shit, and that's when Wayne.
When the
started
lighter
saying,
flicks.
Where the fuck did this man just pull this triple entendre into a somersault? Now this nigga singing like Wayne is phenomenal. I just
Yeah,
want
he's
to say
great.
that
He's great.
All
No,
of
he's
this
great.
critique I'm giving Wayne is because, again, like Kendrick, I'm invested,
Yes.
and that's why I'm also like,
Wayne raised us.
yeah, exactly. That's why I'm also like disgusted because well, not disgusted. That's kind of dramatic, but that's why I'm kind of
Embarrassed.
disappointed.
Okay.
You know, is
Disappointed,
that
yeah.
like Wayne?
See,
I'm disappointed it's happening.
And
I'm
see,
praying
and-
to God Kendrick doesn't shoot a shot at Wayne.
And this
Please
is what's,
don't.
And this is what's so crazy. It's all about perspective. What he just say? Wayne raised us. Wayne ain't never raised me, nigga. I was listening to the. You see, I'm listening to the older niggas. I was listening to Snoop now. Ain't no fun if the homies can't have none.
Right,
We
nigga, me
laughed
too.
at Wayne every time you talk about you got shot. Nigga, you shot yourself. You can't brag about that, nigga. You
That was
almost
funny. It was
like
funny.
come on, bro. Like we were
Right.
laughing at Wayne, bro. You was a cornball. We was listening to Juvenile, BG. We was listening to them. Wayne didn't raise us.
Yeah.
When Squad Up, when
You're older than us.
when the
nigga.
Squad Up, but that's what I'm saying. The Squad Up
But
came,
I
but
get
I'm
what
just,
he's
but
saying,
I-
though,
it's
because
I hear what he's saying.
what he's
It's
saying is there's
from
a-
my perspective.
But
Yeah.
see, so
See, I got more respect for Kendrick because, like I said, he's young. He's 4 or 5 years younger than me. So I'm 41. So I'm looking at Kendrick, what he's doing. I'm looking at Wayne from Wayne older than me. Wayne, you don't got it no more, bro. Like the last shit you put out, only reason why people was hype because you
They're
was
looking for
free.
something old.
You was free,
And that's the
they
reason
thought
why-
they thought you was finna drop something. You did Uproar.
Yeah.
It was cool.
he's definitely in the
You see what I'm
legend
saying?
in the legend
So
category
we gonna
off on
let
the
you
side.
pass. But then when it came out and niggas seen that mind, nigga, you might want to start writing stuff down again, brother, because it ain't this like because I got done with
Hey,
Weezy
bro,
and I
it's
kept
way
hearing
too
life
much
is a
heat
beach.
for my dog coming
I
through.
kept I was done with
Yeah,
Weezy.
he-
It's
When
way
he-
too much
I was
heat,
done with
bruh.
Weezy when he life is a beach. Life is a beach. Like nigga, why? I get it. It's a lot of beaches, nigga. But how many times we gonna beat this analogy to the ground, bro?
He said there's a lot of
Life is a beach. I'm just playing in the sand. Life is. I'm like, oh, bro, like it's repetitive.
Yeah.
You see, like people try to give people credit for not
I don't
writing
think-
their
I don't
rhymes.
think
or-
Wayne knows that he
I just
said something
I just
before.
go
He
in the
doesn't.
booth. I just go in the booth and I just rap. You know, that's not.
And that's the
talent,
reason
bro.
why
Like,
I said
it's not
Lil-
talent if it ain't
and
sticking.
That's the reason
a
why I
reason.
said
Lie on
yeah.
mic. Lie, hold on, wait.
No.
Lie on mic right now.
And I said that's the reason why his career right now, that nigga Wayne looking real Aaron Jones on Joneses. Yeah, and yeah, bro, he looking
That's
real
tough.
Aaron Jones
That's
out
tough.
there, bro.
Nah,
Like yeah,
I mean, Wayne is still Wayne.
look,
All
Wayne-
I'm saying
Wayne-
is
Nah, bro.
Wayne should not have
Nah,
said anything about the Super Bowl.
Hey,
He
Because
shouldn't have said it in the way that he did.
no, yeah, exactly.
when you talking about
in the
like,
way-
look at the Tyson fight, right? You see what I'm saying? This is Wayne, bro. Looking good in the ring. We remember all the knockouts and. But you
Damn.
get in there, bro. It's
That's
a
a good
totally
one.
different.
He got
that's
a
totally
point.
he
different.
got
bro.
a point.
That's a bro.
Oh
That's
shit,
totally
that
different, bro.
is a
This
good
is-
fucking
honestly,
analogy.
All right, so
20 plus years, bro.
So,
I
so,
think
all right,
that
all right,
legacy's
all right,
your
all
legacy,
right.
bro.
We done beat up on my dog Wayne enough. You know, Kendrick, my dog. But we need to talk about one of my other dogs. So
Can we
recently,
go through the track list though? We kind of jumped around.
Yeah.
for the
GNX.
GNX. Okay,
Oh, yeah,
all right,
yeah.
Let's
all right.
let's do a quick.
Let's do
like,
that because we still got to get to that other topic.
yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Whacked
So,
out
okay,
murals.
So how do we want to do each song? Do we want to like
Just give a rating, like 5 to 5.
Yeah, we can rate it.
5 out of
We can
5?
rate it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
So
okay, bet.
whacked out murals.
Five.
I
Five.
agree.
Absolutely.
Five.
Absolutely.
Squabble up.
Five.
20.
5 and over.
30.
5
Like,
and
Whacked
over.
Out, Whacked Out Murals is one of my favorite songs Kendrick Lamar's ever done.
Yeah. It gave me like a mixtape Wayne replay value.
Yeah.
Like I heard this nigga say that shit about Wayne.
This motherfucker did
and I
all
was
this
like-
chopping he did in Lil Wayne just a minute ago. We talked about the mixtape era, and then the first analogy he gives is mixtape Wayne. I swear to God, this is why I hold Wayne to where he's at, because he's the bar, bro.
Kendrick acknowledged
He's the
it in
bar.
the next bar.
I just want to say that because Wayne's got beat up a lot before that. So
No, no,
go
no,
ahead, go ahead, go
Wayne's
ahead.
amazing. You
Yeah.
know, for the record,
Yeah, no,
Wayne's
Wayne,
amazing.
I'm extra critical on Wayne because we the same age. So same how y'all looking at
I rock with
Kendrick.
Wayne.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause Kendrick, like, I'm assuming like y'all like.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? So-
Wayne was like our kind of like for me it's like
Our cooler older cousin type.
not even just that, but he was like a Kobe Bryant for us, right? In the sense that when he did the bullshit, or when he got his fouls, or when he was playing like an ass, we just erased that from our memory because we enjoy his greatness so much,
I
right?
acknowledge
I'm not
that
saying
because Wayne makes some bad mistakes.
the
Like,
way
I
that-
really wish he didn't invest in currency.
me
A
too.
little bit
Yeah.
more
Me too.
earlier.
That
Let him be a
him
little bit
and
more him.
Short Dog. I really wish he would have did more with Short
Yes.
Dog.
Yes.
But Short Dog really
He
had
should
it.
have fought for that name.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Because
Yeah.
having to rebrand fresh is hard.
Yes, it was, and that was it was too
Industry.
generic.
Industry though. It was
Yeah,
already
that's
that's
industry.
what I'm saying.
That's
But if
industry.
Wayne would have fought for it,
Yeah.
yeah, Too Short will break you off a little something. I'll give you a couple features.
That's how I go.
You know what I'm saying? Wayne could have fought for that.
You know what I'm saying? That
That's
could
what I'm
have.
saying, and
There's
that's
different moments.
But that's also okay. Let's get back to the rating. Okay,
All right,
so
yeah.
Luther.
I never want to hear this fucking song again.
You know, like I said, for me, straight 5, bro. And I
It-
It
Yeah,
remind me of the Woods.
production-
Yeah,
I
it's a
said that.
vibe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, it feels like
Luther?
old school
Yeah,
LA.
like-
No,
Yeah,
Dodger
like-
Blue does.
It does.
Luther.
No, but think of the
I feel
movie
like
The
Luther's a
Woods.
bad
Yeah.
mix.
yeah. Ooh, and I didn't even think
I
about
feel like
the
Luther
Wood,
is
bro.
Yeah,
That was a song
so,
from the
yeah,
Wood, they
if this
dance in
world
the
were
Wood,
mine.
bro.
Oh
my
yeah,
God.
yeah,
This world
that was
was
mine.
I know
yeah.
that,
I
yeah.
like it
But-
even more because of
But
that.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. That was based in LA, and Kendrick. Look, I give him credit because you don't get a Pulitzer Prize on accident.
Yeah.
So you got to pay attention to
Intentional.
what he's writing.
I understand that part.
And so if he's doing
it's,
that-
it's not the verses that
It's the vibe you don't like?
It's when
It's
it's
the
not
sample?
sonically pleasing.
Please, oh, the,
Right?
the music quality.
Did you check your mix on your? You got your settings up and down? You trying to sub that shit out?
No, it's not even about that. It's I don't like the harmonizing with SZA. Or is it who's SZA, right?
So, but this is
Is this right?
so
Hold
this
on,
is
hold on,
how I
let me say.
actually
Let me say. Well, I don't like that. I don't like that. You know what it remind me of? It reminded me of when 50 took out Jive, then immediately dropped 21 Questions.
No, but he was
Hold on. You know how you take somebody out and then use their style, and that like. I don't like that. I put this on Facebook and a few people laughed at it. I don't like Kendrick with the melodies. I like Kendrick when he act
But
tough.
here's the thing,
But
though. He was
Kendrick
already
been had-
doing stuff
No,
like
no,
that.
but-
Think of that
He
song
had
with
a
Rihanna.
loyalty.
And it's cool to me. How do we start this about saying this is what I want from Kendrick?
Let me take this back. Let me take this all the way back. Sorry,
So,
Grease.
yeah.
Think of the song like that song with Janae Aiko. Where are we going? Why are we slowing?
Yes,
down?
and
Like,
he allowed,
yeah.
but he allowed Janae Aiko to
Okay.
do the harmonizing.
What about real? I do what I want to do. I say what I want to say.
The Black Panther soundtrack was SZA.
Real,
You know,
Black
really, really real.
He's been
Yeah.
doing this.
But see, I've never been a super fan of it. Yes,
It's
your
part
verses
of
are
the
always
gimmick you won't
crazy.
get.
No, it's not. It's not that I don't get it. See, the thing is that sometimes as fans, we don't allow somebody to not like something.
Yeah.
You-
No, I'm not saying you
look-
can't like it, but I'm saying for you to
No,
say...
you said I don't get it.
No, because you said he's adopting it
From
as
Drake.
like a means of
Like a
like
Ja
another
Rule
tactic of
50.
pressing him after he done already...
No,
He's
I'm
been
not
doing
saying
it.
it is a tactic as
Your
a pre-
reference was 50 Cent and Ja Rule. That was a
Yeah.
beef where 50 intentionally took Ja Rule's style and made it more viable as another dig. He bought tickets. to the
Facts.
show. That was your point you made.
Yeah,
No.
you said 50.
Hold on,
and Ja.
wait, nigga, hold up. I can't fight to the front edge of the nigga over here on my shoulder, right? But what I'm saying is that I don't like that portion of it. I don't like I need to be R&B smoothing a version of Kendrick. I don't like, and I'm allowed to not like that.
You are.
Now, when he allows somebody else to do that part, and he comes in and he raps and he gives me the Kendrick that I want, then that's what I enjoy. But I don't feel like that's your bag. If we were to rate all of your skills, I would probably rate that as one of your lowest ones because I don't enjoy it as much. Not saying that you don't have anything else that I absolutely love from you, but I don't, because when he gives me the harmony and the vibe in Dodger Blue, I love it, but the delivery is different.
Yeah,
He's
I
allowing
can respect
the
that.
beat to do a
So,
lot of the
I
work.
agree
He's allowed the
with
verse,
that,
the
but
bridge,
all
and
I'm
everything.
saying
It's just that
is-
when he's singing with SZA, like let's say that Kendrick is singing with. Hold on, Kendrick is singing with SZA. And we're just gonna let that rock. We're just gonna let that slide. Like he can sing with
Those
SZA.
niggas
Do you
been
know what
singing a
type
lot
of work
more
the
lately.
engineer had to do to let Kendrick Lamar sing with SZA?
He's been singing in that old drunk uncle voice for a long ass time.
And
Yeah.
that's
I
cool,
was gonna
but
say-
that's not what's
I was
gonna
gonna say
make a
like
great
the
song for me.
Black Panther reference that got out. I think, like I said, for me, the reason why I appreciate Luther, he's flexing his pen. He's flexing his pen. I can write R&B hooks with. I
Cool,
can make
write it.
SZA sound beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I just don't do
SZA
that.
always sound
But
beautiful.
no. You see what I'm saying? Like, but this is the
Yeah.
thing. Everybody wants to gloat about Drake writing
He's
for
getting that to
everybody
the left,
else.
to the left.
I'm
He trying to get
showing
that
you
bag
guys that
going.
I can do this as well. I wrote hits for Baby Keem, J Rock. I did all these. Now I can show you I'm doing this stuff for SZA. It happened already. That's why when I heard the song, I like the song, like I said, because of the resonation of the Luther. Meeting like hood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That, so with that, and then another reason why I resonated, my wife, she likes the record. I like what women like. My wife likes the record. She's like, I like the Luther. I like Luther. So with me,
Facts.
when I heard him
You dropping
singing with
gems
SZA,
now.
it was
He's
just
cooking.
it was just one of them ones. I'm sitting here like, all right.
cooking.
That, like I said, for me,
I can't wait. I can't wait to see yourself for the cutscene in that one.
so no, but on a sonic level though, when I first heard it,
Yeah.
I was like, man, what is going on? But then I listened again. I had to replay, listen how they brought like the timing of the sample,
Listen,
everything
the
like
sample carries that song so much.
No, but even the beginning part, like it's like it's a
Yeah.
different bounce,
Yeah,
bro.
he's
Like
just he
he got a bop
on this whole.
you see, it's a bop.
Bop,
It's a
yeah.
bop.
I know it's a bop. I
Okay.
played
No, but
the
I
album
respect your-
nonstop.
no,
but
okay,
I
your
can
opinion,
give
though.
mine because
No, I respect
I'm not
your opinion on
particularly
that.
your fan.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
gave it
yeah.
a what?
You know,
A zero or you
A
gave it
big
Zero.
big.
So I said
Jay
5.
gave it
I
a
said
zero.
5.
Okay,
Five.
yeah, it's a 5 for me.
It's a 4 for me.
Okay.
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 I did all that fighting. It's a 4 for me because it's not sonically pleasing when he sings. So I agree with you
Music
on that.
is supposed to be
But
sonically.
you just
You
a little-
can't not check that block on a song.
But it's a Kendrick album, and sometimes, like, okay, for example,
giving him an artistic
no.
excuse.
For example, he recorded "To Pimp a Butterfly" on analog just to get the hisses and pops, so you can hear the shit, and then recorded it digitally. Sometimes you got to give him a little bit of free reign to see what the fuck it's supposed to sound like.
So how many artists do I listen to on the regular that I have to give them an artistic excuse?
That's why Kendrick is Kendrick.
But see, the thing is that I don't always
How
want
many
to check
Drake songs you got to believe what he's saying is actually happening?
There's a bunch of Drake songs I don't believe. Like
Exactly.
that whole album with 21 Savage was ass.
Exactly. So that
Big
so-
butt
so-
cheeks.
Okay, so
That whole no. Jumbo shit Tron
so-
Poppin' was dope, but he was talking some fly shit on that one.
So
but everything else
believability
ass.
don't mean nothing. Then.
But it's not about believability.
What is it about?
What I'm saying is that there's
Excuse me.
one block that has to be checked anytime you turn something on that's in matter of entertainment. Enjoyability. Right?
What if I enjoy it for other things that aren't Sonic?
Then that's you in your great
Everybody's
car.
different.
But mine,
Yeah.
sonically pleasing, has to happen. That's how I got in the Future. Because before I could really hear him, he created a lot of songs that were sonically pleasing
But-
before I could
but
understand them.
That's a very subjective category because sonically pleasing could be like tempo.
Anything.
It
Yeah,
could be
yeah.
the 808s,
Whatever your
it
Sonic
could
is.
be-
Yeah.
It could be.
The kick
It could be
drum.
flow, it
What-
could be so.
It's so
But that's
many
what I'm
different
saying,
things.
That's a big umbrella.
It is.
So, okay, but we'll leave your
Number 4. Let's go.
Yeah,
Number 4.
yeah, let's go to number 4.
Man in the Garden.
Fire.
This one, I'm giving a 10 to because Man at the Garden kept me at the edge of my seat the entire song. Like, where are we going? Like,
That first listen
and every
experience.
time,
Yeah.
and you get anxious
Yeah.
because
I just
when
want
is
it
when is
all.
it about to drop?
Right.
Yeah.
When is it about to? And then you get close, like, damn, like it ain't even gonna happen. And by the time you give up on the drop, he starts climbing and starts building. Like, I would have, if we were to rearrange the album, I would have put Man at the Garden first.
I think it's put right.
No, I'm saying if we were.
Okay, yeah,
In
no,
that
no,
event.
yeah, I
You talk
definitely
about, like,
see what you
energy
mean.
and,
Yeah,
like,
the
just, like,
energy.
what
Yeah,
to
yeah.
expect.
Like
Yeah.
because everything because it builds up so calm and smooth
Yeah.
where you could have went from Man at the Garden into Whacked Out Mirrors.
Nah, I think he came out
But
but whacked out to let us know what it was.
but see the,
But
the message of Whacked Out
while
Mirrors.
I'm here though, I'm gonna let y'all know I want it all.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Yeah.
one of the things that
he
resonated
had to
with
make
me,
that statement.
like, and this is so crazy. After the fact, like I said, what resonated with me right away when I caught it, with reincarnated when we get there, was the Made Niggas beat. What I didn't know that sonically caught me, one of my favorite Nas songs is One Mic, and that's the sample. That One Mic is one of my favorite
Yes.
Nas songs. So that's what kept
Oh,
me,
yeah.
because it's to say all I need is one mic, one dream. It's the same when you start looking at it like he's Nas, Tupac in it.
He's hip hop culture.
I am-
He's
Yeah.
bringing that Nas.
Yes,
The only
I
one
am
that
hip-hop.
congratulate me bar.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
man,
Yeah.
that
that
see,
is
that was
true.
that had
That
me
is
at
true.
the end of my seat, because it was just, even with this, like I said, the storytelling ones easily became my favorite, like this one, because I can resonate with it. I get up in the morning, I tell myself that every day. I gotta run. I get myself in shape, bro. I want it all. Cause why do I want it all? I want it all for my family. It's such a resonating that I like. So even when, like we said, in real estate, me and you talking, we want it all in real estate. We gotta get it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I deserve this because why do I deserve? I put the work in, and that's why I feel I'm connecting so much with it. Cause I'm like, man, I went through therapy too. I've been through some shit like him, and now I'm on the other side.
Sat down, had to talk to somebody about something. Get a few perspectives.
So that's why I give it a 10. I get it a 10 too.
You for dropping that, bro.
Yeah.
Drop a bomb for that, bro. Because going to talk to somebody is not a bad thing.
But also, but not even just that. We also got to drop another bomb because there's a lot of work that men do behind the scenes that they're not going to publicly talk about and be proud of. Not only in that he delivered in a way that actually tells somebody else that, you know what, maybe you should introduce it to your life. He's not ashamed of what he's been through, but he owns and he represents well. And that's part of manhood. Because none of us are perfect. We just try to, the bravado try to front like it is. But I'd rather know that, buddy been through X, Y, Z, this, stand tall, you wouldn't even know because the way he carry himself. You know what I'm saying? I've seen him as a dad. You know what I'm saying? I've seen him as the businessman. I've seen him as the homie. All three are integral men. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give respect to that.
That's great. That's great, man. That's great.
Where we going next?
We are at Hey Now.
Oh yeah, that's a fire, bro.
Hey now.
Fire.
Hey now. I wish I could walk. No, that motherfucker came on like what? Hey now. What?
And hey now, this is where I knew I was so like I could like when he got to this part, Jay, I swear to God, I heard your voice in my head. When that nigga said, I strangled the goat, I could hear Jay saying,
I stopped the damn song.
I can hear Jay saying, oh, Drake, you gotta fight now.
You got to. Drake, listen, we gotta go
said
source
that-
war. Hold on, wait. Drizzy, Aubrey, right? Talk to me, my boy. Look, nobody else here. It's just me and you, my boy. Look, I'm talking. Look, hey, I'm Highline Bling. We here. All right, good. So, listen, you gotta catch a fade, bro. And if you don't know what catch a fade means, that means that you have to go out there and request a duel of some fashion to get your respect back. Because my mans, look, are you allowed in the conversations that you used to previously be toted in 2023 behind that 2024 moving forward? The reason I say that is because how do we discuss you the same now? He's completely exposed everything about you. He's pulled the curtain back. You're inauthentic. You don't have a sound. You don't have a root. He identified where you got it from. When you don't have that, he talks about your big homies that you go to in Texas. You're not really be able to deliver that struggle when you got that bar mitzvah lifestyle. Like this man is
eating him while he's down.
Listen. That's what Kendrick doing. Tell him to stop before you talk to me.
Kendrick like that little Simpson.
Kendrick, what?
Stop! He's already dead.
Kendrick has thrown a jamboree on Aubrey Graham's grave. Do you understand that Drake's son is going to fight people because of this? Like this is something that this is a shame upon my name. Like listen. None of the claims.
Come highlight him when he's 18.
Look.
He prepped that little nigga for this.
And the only other thing, this is why I keep going back to Ja Rule, is because there's not too many times in hip hop where people have lost a beef and they can't return to where they came from.
But there's always an example.
You know, because Jay-Z and Nas both were still legends at the end of that. You seen GOAT square off. You know what I'm saying? This man, Kendrick,
they both
kicked
wrote
a
their
GOAT.
own shit.
Yes, but at the same time, it doesn't matter where you came from. He still kicked him out of this. Like, Drake can front all he want, but we can see Kendrick took your confidence, bro.
But like with the Jay-Z and the Nas thing, because I was a freshman in college when that happened. So when that energy was going on like that, Nas still had like Illmatic and all that other stuff. The Uchi Wally and all that stuff had came out. So we had noticed like Nas wasn't the same Nas.
Yes.
So it wasn't like it was easy. So when they started tripping, Jay-Z was that guy like that, you know what I'm saying? But it just reignited that guy. Because after that, he dropped Stillmatic, he dropped One Mic, he became this person. You know, that we know Nas today. Because like, even he had some misses.
Nas had it like, oh, you must have it fucked up.
You know, because like, you know, he had the misses. I like Hip Hop Is Dead. That was a cool album and stuff like that, you know, but my problem with...
Which one was the one with Quick to Back Down when he was trying to be a trap nigga?
That was when they did the Queensbridge
compilation. Compilation. So like, so with
Ja searching for another sound.
So Ja Rule, that happened around the same time. So with Ja Rule was more commercial. He was the Drake, and this is like I said, he was the Drake of that era. So we wasn't looking at. Even though, like we had that conversation, he was a real street nigga from New York. But your presentation, you was singing with J-Lo and Ashanti. Like
He said, I can't believe you gangster. You
That
was at
was-
Carnivals.
You know what I'm saying? But that was the lane that you came and you dominated.
at the Carnival.
You know what I'm saying? But like, so I think where his misstep was, Ja Rule, was when he tried to go thug. Like when he tried to do the New York song.
He should have
and
never
all
paid
that.
attention to it.
Yeah, he should have just kept doing his thing. You know,
Yeah,
but like
that's the reason why when
ego.
Drake,
Drake,
that's the reason why
ego.
when Kendrick
That
said,
ego
"I
will get you."
like Drake with the melodies, I don't like Drake when he act tough," and then just the fact that like
But-
he wasn't even done.
But can I ask you this, Steve?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
what's
So,
up?
but you are okay with Ja Rule, right? Because he was born in the same struggle as you. That's why are you okay with Ja Rule because of that? Are you okay with Drake? You see what I'm saying?
Hell no.
It's not relatable.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
it's not in it, and it's never it never was because it was so inauthentic.
It was
Like,
just
Well, it never
yeah.
was going to be
Yeah.
because Drake
It was
isn't
Drake.
from where we're from.
It was authentic. It was just Drake. It was something
Yeah.
that we didn't experience. Cause I'm a West Coast. I'm born and raised in Vegas. I'm West Coast dominant. I like we were saying. I'm biased, nigga. I don't care, nigga. If somebody trying to go against us, I'm. All right,
Right.
fuck
Fingers
y'all.
too twisted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
fuck y'all, nigga. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, but that's just my allegiance to. That's how I was brought in the game with Pac. When, like you said, also when you grow up in gang, like gang culture, you understand loyalty. You understand staying in line. Like,
Not even just that, the
Yeah.
politics of
the
it.
politics,
There is
like,
no choosing the other
you-
side.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You
You
know-
inherit all this stuff. So seeing how that goes, Ja Rule to me, it was like we knew he was from the hood. Like as he did Vinny Vidi Vici and all this other stuff. But then
Yeah.
he found that
336.
pocket.
From
Yeah.
Murder Inc.
Yeah,
Like,
you know what
he
I'm saying?
sold the image.
Yeah, it was believable. But then like when we seen him, we was like, man, you 5'2", bro. It was like you just start. All right, we didn't know like Pac's stature was bigger than him.
Because
Pac was like what 5'4" or something like that.
And one of the biggest mistakes that Ja Rule
Yeah.
made, and I'm glad this went back to it, is because yes, he came out with that illustrated gangsta and holla and everything like that. And then what was the John that he did with Emil and Jay-Z?
Oh, yeah,
for the soundtrack.
Can I get up?
well,
Yeah, can I get up, right?
Yeah.
And he has and his tone and his bravado, his delivery was a little different. When he found out the bitches liked him and he became a sex symbol, he sold that image and that
Yeah,
residency that he had in that cultural
then
toughness.
He started doing shit like living it up. Always.
Yeah,
on
you feel me? And he got
time.
real
Yeah,
pop
yeah,
because
yeah.
because them,
Drake shit.
them pop dollars got to talking, right?
Wow, yeah, that's
But then you have an unresolved beef with somebody that's still breathing all that shit that you came from. And then there's such a divine way that 50 came into this shit because he had the deal, got shot, rapped about getting shot to get a new deal. Nobody's ever done that. And it was one of the greatest hip rap albums ever.
Yeah.
And what he did, like the machine that launched 50, Ja Rule could do nothing about.
Right.
Because you sent a
Yeah,
shot,
Earth couldn't
like
do
50,
nothing.
He didn't get shot.
50,
Yeah, he didn't get shot. He had all that
diss
stuff.
Ja diss 50, Eminem 50 diss Ja diss Eminem 50, Eminem 50, Busta diss Ja.
Yeah.
Like you can't do anything about this machine.
was-
And
it was
Busta
bad.
from New York.
Yeah.
Bro, and I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
it
and
was crazy.
the way he dissed Ja, and the way he talked to that man like a child, Jeffrey. Jeffrey,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like I didn't even know the nigga name was Jeffrey until this point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's where he got the job, Jeffrey Atkins.
Exactly, right? But see, I didn't realize that until this point, this era came about, right? You just figured that out just now, didn't you? Nah, but just the way that he did it, you couldn't battle against that machine.
Yeah.
The difference about this battle,
Drake is the machine.
Drake is the machine.
I got that.
And Kendrick knocked out the machine. You know, he saw some John Henry Irons type
Right
shit.
there with you.
Like he
I'm with
knocked out the machine. This
Not to cut
will,
you off,
go ahead.
but reincarnated.
All right, you already know that's 10
Look,
for me, man.
That
That's
was
10.
that. But
Just-
it,
like,
but
just,
just-
just for the subject
when
matter,
I
man,
heard-
alone, bro.
when
Like
I-
that's one of the greatest songs I've heard just from the storytelling point from how
The
you can walk
adaptation of
through. Yeah,
Pac.
you can just it was just he was
Has
living-
anybody figured out who the people are he's?
Well, they said the one I did read I did
I
some
had it
research.
written down. Hold on.
Because I saw that it was Billie Holiday, and then some folks say it's not. I saw that it was I think I had that pulled up as well.
I had it up earlier.
Because I couldn't find a straight answer. Was what I'm.
Because I heard I've seen a couple too, and they were putting together details.
So I think that's still to be determined. I was just wondering if
Yeah.
y'all had figured it out.
What they
No,
said
no,
is
no.
Lucifer. I'm trying to remember the actual guitar.
The third verse is
it's
Lucifer.
Yeah,
The third
first-
verse is
yeah.
The
him
second
being
verse,
the
I think,
fallen
is
angel.
open. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the second verse is open, and it just kind of like that can apply to like Billie Holiday, Whitney Houston,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because they all had to go through that circuit and do those things. The
Yeah.
first one, it's one who said that he's the greatest guitar player of all time, and even better than Jimmy. And they said he actually, and that's the story behind it, because they said he actually sold his soul.
So is that
I'm trying to find it right now.
is it muddy water? Not muddy water. Is it it's a? I thought he was from Mississippi.
Yeah, it was like,
Mississippi, that would be muddy.
but he left
but-
Michigan and went to the
Got
South.
you. Okay,
Yeah,
because
he
I
left.
remember I've heard stories that's kind of where the crossroad demon deal come from. But okay, we'll get into that later. We deep cut. TV off.
Turn the TV off. Turn the TV off. Turn the TV off. Listen. But see, this is again where he's reviving this Cali sound that we haven't
He even
had.
said I'm pulling up to New Orleans with the etiquette of LAX. Like
Well, I'm about to
mustard,
fuck y'all up with
now
this
that
one.
now
Super Bowl is
that
gonna
at
be
the Super
fire.
Bowl is
No.
going to be insane.
I'm about to.
But the fact that he's announcing it, I feel like another album coming.
no,
out.
yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
about to fuck y'all up with this
Oh,
one.
John
no,
Lee Hooker.
Yeah.
John Lee Hooker, that's the guy.
Oh.
John Lee Hooker.
Okay.
I'm about to
John
fuck
Lee
y'all
Hooker.
up with that one. TV off. I did not know. They said when Mustard was sending him beats, he sent him this and Not Like Us at the same time. Why does it feel like that could be Not Like Us as well?
They do.
Turn the TV off can be Not Like Us.
Yeah.
No, because it feels the same energy as Squabble Up.
Yeah.
No, not Squabble Up, no, but I'm saying Not Like Us.
Yeah,
It
that's same.
has that
the same
'cause,
energy.
Yeah, it got that energy, and to me, it makes me feel like a lot of this energy stuff. I feel like this is that 5+5+5 style.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I believe this is too. Because
Yeah.
remember when we came to the video, he had Squabble Up already.
Yeah, 'cause Schoolboy
He
Q-
already had
Schoolboy
that.
Q was saying Dot been recording hella shit,
Yeah.
and he didn't play me hella shit.
Yeah, he was ready.
Yeah.
He was ready. I think too, like what resonates too with this is that I'm a music producer as well, so they were showing the samples. The second part of the beat is like from a movie score. You know what I'm saying? So you hear that, like it's like a so like
The epic
and like
buildup.
Mustard going crazy, just finding these unique samples, man, right now and chopping them. Because even when you hear the Not Like Us sample, like the original sample, and how he just chopped it, you like, damn, this dude like really in this pocket right now. He's finding artists we ain't never heard of and sampling these people and stuff. So TV off. What I really appreciated about it because he didn't drop his tag to the beat change. So we want you to rock on in and say, who was this?
Right.
And then when he came out, I was yelling, Mustard. I said, oh yeah, this
I was
dude.
like, hey.
And then we got turn the TV off. Turn the TV. I'm like,
Then
hey.
at the end, crazy, scary, spooky,
Spooky.
hilarious, crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious.
Listen, because the energy that he's gonna come, especially with that, Tommy the Clown's gonna be in New Orleans,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And that part right there is gonna be somebody's.
That's
It's gonna be
crazy.
somebody's second grader on changing his entire life because they're gonna be going
They
silly,
never-
Yeah.
But
silly.
like, just imagine the whole crowd going,
Listen, because it's gonna this album. Before this album, I was nervous about the Super Bowl. I'm not even gonna front because there's a certain energy that was missing that I believe that he didn't fully exploit in his career. Right now, he's arrived
He
at
filled it.
energy.
I told you, man, he
So now you give me this energy,
Told
right?
you, bro.
You give me Not Like Us, and you give me the hits that fill in on top of the features, on top of the hit songs that your guests are gonna bring about, and I still, in my heart of hearts, feel like he's gonna bring out Wayne from Mona Lisa. That's the
I
that's
think
the
he's gonna
best
piece it
thing.
up. I think
You know what I'm
he'll piece
saying?
it up.
Unless
I think it's gonna piece.
unless Wayne fucks up and records something. Now, if he
It might
records
happen,
something,
but
Wayne's probably already recorded something. It's a matter of if he put it out.
if you want to put
yeah,
it out.
yeah, he has because when he said that, don't wake the sleeping giant, I said, hold on, wait, there's a reason you sleeping, big dog. Hold on, chill out, chill out.
When he said
Dodger
that,
Blue.
Dodger Blue. So Dodger Blue makes me feel like California. Like I can feel the breeze on the beach when I listen to Dodger Blue. Dodger Blue is a perfect track.
Yeah.
Perfect.
yeah, no, yeah, absolutely, and that's
I
going
told
to
you that was
yeah.
hard.
It-
And
it-
then, like I said, and then it everything about it, bro. Like because I love when you say sonically though, because it connect with me though. Like I said, because like I said, when I first heard it, I'm like, damn, this sound like to live in. Like, it felt like you said, it felt like I was in L.A.
Yeah,
It
and then
felt
on
like
top of that, this is going to turn into a barbecue cult classic. Summertime.
And he dropped it when the Dodgers won the World Series.
Series.
The Dodgers won the World Series. Yeah,
So
exactly.
so like I
Yeah,
said,
no
man, like
brainer.
that's big for me, man. So
Yeah.
because that was dope, man.
Yeah,
so
man.
and what's the next one you want to?
Yeah, what you gonna do?
Oh man, hey, like I
That's the way
said,
to grow on me. When I first heard Peekaboo, it was a little too much
Man, no.
for me, and then I had to digest it a few times after listening, and I go, yeah, this is a banger. Because when you first hear it, it's like, all right, you're coming in with a little too much energy. You got a little excited. But then as the song settles, it's like, okay, I'm in the pocket now. This motherfucker's a banger. But I give that one like a
I got
3.8.
it. See, I had got it right away. Like I said, being a little bit older, Keek the Sneak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
we didn't know what he was saying, but it was that energy. But when he came back, what you talking about? You not talking about nothing. You not talking like that was like that was
Sitting
that
back on
Keek.
my head on my strap, smoking purple, I'm sipping yak.
That
I don't
was-
think they know that's my word.
Yeah. You know, so we sitting here listening to that. That's what that got me right away. And like I said, the reason why I gave it a 5 as well, he didn't do nothing on it. I don't even think he dropped a verse. He's just saying, he punched in with Hit a J, but that was they song. You see what I'm saying? That was, these individual songs. I'm just gonna come in and say, Peekaboo. Like that's all I'm gonna do.
What he did on Black Panther.
Yeah.
Black Panther,
Yeah.
he was an A&R. He was an executive producer
Yeah.
on Black Panther.
And what did he say in one of the verses? Well, we gonna get to that song. He said he wanted to be an exec.
No, yeah.
He said
yeah.
That's
yeah,
part
yeah.
The hard part six, who does the sample?
Oh, that's easy.
I don't know.
Man, that was Pharrell and Chad Hugo.
Nope.
Yes, no,
sample?
no, they made that. They made that. beat.
Oh yeah, they
yeah,
made
but
it, but
the
who made the
sample was
sample
from SWV. Use your heart.
Use your heart, okay.
Yeah,
All
no,
right,
yeah.
all right.
Yeah, but that's what I said. But this is where I'm all like, damn, dog. Like it goes back into the pocket of
That pocket, bro.
Yeah, going back into that pocket of Euphoria, nigga. You talking shit about Pharrell, nigga? Fuck you. I'm gonna inherit this beat.
Yeah.
So
Put him
moving
on that
forward,
Going forward, he's standing on what he said.
He's standing on what he said and moving forward. And even since from the beginning of his career, he always gave Pharrell that head nod.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro,
But
yeah,
he
but
gets a
this
lot of
one-
head nods from people.
Yeah, but I think their relationship has grown closer. Where to the point
After
I'm
All
like,
Right. After
yeah,
All Right.
after
After they did All Right, yes.
Every thing we heard Kendrick, Pharrell even did it, or when they had released the Nerd album. Oh, Kendrick was on 3 of them motherfuckers.
It's relationship.
So, yeah, so the
It's
relationship.
relationship.
I say they
relationship,
been
yeah.
had a relationship.
Yeah,
That's what I was
no,
gonna
yeah,
say.
but they really locked in.
That's what I was gonna say. This isn't strengthening a relationship. They already had that relationship,
Yeah.
so
'Cause the
it was
mantra
low
was
key. Like,
fire.
hey, my homie don't fuck with you anyway, so I have no problem bombing
And
on
But
you.
then-
you gotta think
and then
about
I
the
look
people,
at it
though.
like this when he was all like, "Hey," Kendrick probably called him AP. Can I rap over Use Your Heart? Oh, go ahead, bro. You
Yeah.
good? All right.
So-
I'll talk to you later.
And the beautiful thing about the relationships and stuff, and like what I love to see like grow, like you said, Kendrick from Compton, he from VA, but two good people come together and make impactful music. Because Pharrell has always been a good person in the industry. You know what I'm saying? And originally, that's where the beef originally started from.
yeah,
It was from a
Beef
good
and,
guy,
Pharrell and Baby.
a good guy getting taken advantage of.
Yeah,
You see what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Pharrell and
Like,
Baby is where the beef came from.
and
Yeah.
that's the organic side
right.
that I.
This is a third generation beef on the Cash
It
Money
is,
side.
bro.
It's killing them, man. Look, this would never have happened
If Baby would've paid
would've
you.
just paid
Hey,
Pharrell.
Pharrell,
Ain't
yeah.
that a bitch?
But you gotta think about it. If Baby
Drake
would-
was damn near invincible.
but
And-
but
but-
think about, but also
If Baby would have just paid Pharrell.
He
So-
just paid Juvenile.
So
This
that's
man,
it. That's
damn
it.
man.
That's it. So, but even with the hard part, it's just a beautiful record, bro. Just
Yeah,
to hear.
yeah. So
to
let's talk about
hear
the vulnerability and get into the lyrics, because one of my favorite things about this song is that he pulls the veil behind, of course, the Heart series alone. Yes,
Right. I pull it back. Let me pull it back.
But the guiltiness that he feels for Black Hippie not kicking off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because I felt like Black Hippie was going to be the West Coast Wu-Tang. Right, in a sense, that stapling in, and it's like, dang, you recognize everybody.
I would
there
have loved them
individually.
to
They're
do
good.
a Ken Ryu series with him and Soul. That would have been cold.
It
Like,
would have, you know what I'm
you
saying?
know
I
what
would
I'm
have
saying?
loved some more stuff
They-
from J Rock.
They would be like Ghostface and
Styles
and
P.
Raekwon.
No, right, where
Oh,
Raekwon,
yeah,
you're right.
yeah,
Right,
yeah.
or like a Jada and a Styles P.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But see, so that's so everybody
I see what you
we
mean.
can see what I'm talking about, right? But we always like, yeah, they're cool. They did good for, they did good for what they do, but they're not supposed to be on the level of like a Lloyd Banks and a Young Buck. Like the main guy did something and the accessories, they can hold their own.
Q is a platinum artist, bro.
But well, hold on,
He
wait.
got-
Let me say this.
Yeah, Q-
I feel
Q
like
is
they all could be damn near in the tier of what Kendrick is.
So I'm gonna bring this back to you. So like, the reason why I don't miss the Black Hippie shit, it's the same thing. For example, when like, and it's not the same, because they wasn't like a label together. but they came in together. Like when Jeezy came in with
Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood.
Oh, yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
with
saying?
Jody
Like Jody
Breeze.
Breeze,
Jody
like
Breeze, Gorilla
so they
Soul.
see what I'm saying? So and that's what they was pushing. So that's how we were introduced to Jeezy. If Jeezy would have stayed in that group, he would not be Jeezy today. You know what I'm saying? Because he'd have been under leadership of Diddy. That's a lot of other stuff that would have happened, man. Like in my opinion, like you have to go, and that's because you hear what he said. Like I seen my own, like, and I'm happy it went that way because now Schoolboy Q is his own star. Absolutely. So now if they go do it now, it's more impactful today.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
then-
That when they do
yeah,
it today,
and
if they
then-
did it back
yeah.
then, I think it would have took the aura away from Kendrick because we'd have got so much other material. It'd have been diluted.
So I'm not
It'd been
against that
diluted.
point. So then I'm against that point, and then piggybacking off what you said is if they were to do something today, right? Well, without this song, it would have felt like Too Little, Too Late to me, right? But with this
I get what you're
song,
saying.
it kind of refreshes the topic.
Give you
Like,
context.
oh, this is what was going on. This is what he owned it. Now, if we see something in the future, it reignites that
sense.
fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
So-
the beat, the sample, the vibe, the vulnerability. When you were talking about earlier about the therapy session that Mr. Morale is, I feel like the Heart Part 6, a course of all of the series.
So this
but
is
is truly a
question
therapy
for you
session.
now. This just
Alright?
popped in my head. Question for y'all. I know you know. Hot Boys, new album, or Black Hippie?
Black Hippie.
You know what I'm saying? Like Wayne them getting back together, Juvie just had the
Well,
concert.
the rest of them niggas is washed up, so that's not even a fair comparison.
No, I mean
Juvenile
it's
is on tour right now doing old
Juvenile
shit.
look healthy.
Bruh, they are washed up in rap. They are going to go on
BG
the
just
highlight
got
tour.
out of jail. I just heard some new music on him. He trying to do his thing,
Yeah,
bro. You gotta
BG
give me.
Hold
son
on.
rapping with
Wait. What's the name of the
Curse some
song?
shit out.
I'm not a BG fan.
Oh,
like
wait,
this. I'm
wait.
just saying it.
What's the name of the song?
I'm not a BG fan. I just know he doing his thing, bro. He just
Listen. There's nobody that was prior Hot Boy that has anywhere near the amount of popularity if they were to drop a new project as somebody from Black Hip.
no. I'm just asking you, like, would you be looking forward to something like that? Because, like I said,
I don't want to
in
hear
my
nothing from old niggas.
They all watched, in my opinion, all of them. So, but I look at it like, so that's why I was saying, they're all stars now. Absol project he just dropped this year. Dope.
Fucking
You see what I'm saying?
amazing.
Dope.
Fucking
You see what I'm saying?
He's a bar boy.
And like you said, Schoolboy Q gave us one in the summer. Dope. You see what I'm saying? Now
Yeah.
then they gave us Doechii. I didn't know nothing about her.
I
Seeing her.
did.
Yeah,
I did.
You see,
It took 4 years in the making, and
Yeah,
that's
so,
why
you
I
know-
liked them so much.
Yeah.
They take their time with their people. They're not just gonna throw them out.
I'm so
there.
excited about Rayvon, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
me
so
too.
excited what they do with Rayvon, bro.
Me too. I am so excited, like straight up about him though. But this like what I had caught from the Heart Part 6. He took us through a story.
I feel like I'm sitting in a car with him.
Yeah. Like he's telling us through a story, but
The
at
story.
the end,
Wasn't
yeah,
it
the
Park
Garden?
the
The
story.
Yeah.
Yeah, the story.
No, like
The
he's spinning me
story,
around the
yeah.
block, like
Yeah.
he's turning, like over here is where this
Yeah, he's
happened.
narr-
And
like
he's
I said,
driving
narrating
down
the
street.
story.
Yeah,
And then
I'll
he-
be like,
I
oh
feel
yeah, this is where, oh yeah, man, before my shows, fuck, I used to borrow Dave Freeze clothes and practice in the
man.
mirror.
Yep,
And
mhm. Right there in that garage right there, yup.
And then when you get towards the end made me sad because I don't know if y'all caught this. I think this is going to be the last Heart that we get because this is where he's going into PG Lane, a new direction, and you hear him say it towards the end. Okay, yeah, I'm still rapping, but I want to do this. I wanna do
Executive.
this. But I think we are really witnessing the last Heart of the Heart series.
I feel that point, but I think we're going to get one more. I think we're going to get an arrival at what he's going to, and that's going to be the last one.
Okay, yeah, because I
You know what
really
I'm
feel
saying?
like
Good
yeah,
perspective.
that
But
perspective.
it does feel like it's coming
this
to
is-
an end.
yeah, it's coming
But he
to
had
an
to
end.
do this one.
Yeah, he did.
Like
He
Loki,
did.
Loki, Drake forced his hand on this one
Yeah.
because Drake's The Heart Part 6 exists. Even if
It
it's
is.
deleted,
Yeah,
it exists.
exists,
So
yeah.
if he goes straight to 7, he would acknowledge that 6.
Six.
So he
I'm still
had to
stepping
get
on
that
your-
6.
I'm still
I'm
stepping
still
on-
stepping on your grave. And even
stepping.
when he's not stepping on your grave, he's like, bro, like you're gonna have to get a witch doctor or something,
right,
man.
right,
Like you need
right.
you need a Kendrick
But-
voodoo doll to beat this man.
Beautiful
Boy.
record, man.
So next one is GNX.
I'm not
Love
a
it.
huge GNX fan.
I fucks with it because,
Those
like
words
I
don't
said,
even go in a sentence
like
together.
what I said, like
But I'm gonna
For the
respect
for
your
the
opinion.
song purpose. I love the album,
yeah.
the song purpose.
yeah,
right?
from the perspective of, and this is another fun fact, the rapper that he got on there, Hitter J3, from the Whoops, but also to a lot of people don't know, this is one of Kendrick's childhood friends, and everybody said this nigga been nice before Kendrick, and even Kendrick admitted this.
Yeah.
And I was all
Everybody
like,
said
yeah,
that,
I'm all like that was dope. And then him having the Mexican boy on there, Peso was sliding on that motherfucker.
Peso is
Peso
nice.
was fucking sliding.
Peso has the most potential out of all of them for the features. I didn't particularly enjoy all of the features on this album simply because I'm a person that your features have to be on your level.
I
You know,
agree.
I
agree.
appreciate
I agree with
introduction, but I appreciate compilation side albums for
But
that. Right?
I would right. Let me chime in.
Come on, Grease, let's go.
No, because what I look at it say is like the reason why I like it is because it's the introduction. When he dropped it, didn't have no names, no nothing. So
nothing.
you
Yeah.
had to
You
go
had
and
to
listen.
listen.
You had to
Yeah.
listen to it. You had to give these people a fair chance. And the reason why I'm looking at it and I like it is because if I'd have seen them names on there right at the jump,
You skipped it.
I'd have skipped it. You see what I'm saying? Oh, I'm gonna go right to the sizzle. I'm gonna go like I had to sit there and listen to it. But then I was exposed to new music. You have to be open to like, cause even when Silk the Shocker first came, like his style of rap was like, bro, what is he doing? You know what I'm saying? We couldn't catch it. I couldn't catch it.
Grease, you got to start this over with a different.
I'm just
different
I'm
analogy.
bringing
can't
you.
use Silk.
I'm bringing you back. I'm bringing you here. 'Cause
Currency,
Blueface.
currency.
No, but
Perfect.
no. What I'm saying,
Oh,
Blueface.
Blueface. Okay,
Blueface
yeah.
style of rapping. I'm not a Blueface fan, but he
talking
has
about
his
offbeat
fan.
rap.
Offbeat rap. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like but you're introduced to it. You see what I'm saying? Like
See,
G Perico.
I
wasn't a fan of G Perico until I heard him on Nip.
I rock with that. I'm the
Bro,
same.
I
though.
fuck with
I-
G Perico,
but
man.
it was-
I got a
Yeah,
few Pericos I
yeah.
fuck with.
But
Did you
but-
mess with him before? What was that one song on the not Crenshaw?
It was on Crenshaw.
It was on Crenshaw.
Yeah.
But it was
Late night,
Yeah,
that's Cali West Coast sound. After that, I tapped into G Perico. You know what I'm saying?
At first, the
And
voice kind of threw me off, but then he actually be spitting.
spitting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
but
saying?
See, that's why because before.
That's
unless
all I'm
your
saying
voice,
with the features. That's all.
Yeah.
I gave it, and then also too, what I wanted to say was that he heard what people were saying. All the
Yeah.
niggas on the pop up stage, they ain't gonna get no feature from him. They ain't gonna do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He could have gave them a feature for their album, but like I said,
Put it on there.
It wouldn't have
And he
carried.
made sure they got a bag off
That
of
the
it.
way that
Yeah.
it's
You know
gonna
what I'm
carry
saying?
because they're gonna get
And
like right
that's
now
the respectable part of that.
100 million eyes is on these people. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if they would have been, he'd have hopped on their song. It'd have been a
All their
blip.
prices went up. All their appearances went
You know,
up.
so like, so
I respect that part.
respect
And
that
that's
part.
why
So
I
that's why I
said-
said with
that's
this
what-
album, I like with the features, I was okay because the album's gonna come, which I believe the album's gonna come, and then that's gonna be the one with all the with.
I feel like he should have done it in a fashion of like Golden Grade when Luda was introducing DTP. Right? That's not. Tell me that's not a fire
But
ass
maybe
album.
these aren't his artists though.
yeah.
They're not. Yeah,
Maybe
they're
they're
not.
not artists.
They're,
True.
they're not. Yeah,
People
they're
showing
not.
love
But
True,
no, they're
true.
not though. But they were like,
But-
I'll follow up on it. These are like all the new West Coast.
Yeah,
artists.
these new young West guys,
Yeah.
and I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know a whole lot about them. But what I'm saying is that
Shit,
if I
I
see,
do. I've been fucking
so
with
all
all
right,
these
all right,
niggas,
all right.
man.
So let me give you another example, right? If you dropped Kobe Bryant, right, in a 24-hour run, you know what I'm saying, like a 24-hour fitness, and it's one Kobe Bryant and 9 average guys, and I'm watching Kobe go crazy, and I'm watching them hold their own. I'm gonna be entertained by Kobe and ask him why the fuck is he on the floor with these bums, and that's how I feel sometimes
get
when you
that.
put it's a large stake putting you next to somebody like this because my expectations are high. You already know I'm critical.
But
I'm very critical.
I
You
agree
know what I'm
with
saying?
you 100%. But think of this perspective as well.
But like Peekaboo, he didn't even offer a whole lot on a verse.
He's taking that into consideration and making these songs more palatable. And I think this is Kendrick's path to that palatability, right? Because think about historically, his most like commercially successful songs weren't simple.
No.
DNA, All Right, like these are all very big concept songs.
Yes.
Yeah.
But with these songs, with these artists specifically, they're very simple, they're very repetitive, they're very boppy. And I think that's what is helping him get that. He's at that age in his career where like now he's transitioning, where he's gonna start being that artist to push and put and put people in
Yeah,
perspective.
and I'm
You
not
know,
saying,
he's
and
like
I
a
don't
catapult
disagree
type
with
shit.
any of that. My critique comes in the execution
The
because
lyricism's not there because you're expecting a higher level.
and not even just that, you're putting them into a deep well to stand next to you because you can swim out of that. I'm expect Kendrick, I want you to swim to the bottom, knowing that I know that you're going to be able to swim back to the top. but you're taking some people deeper with you that's not going to make it back to the top because the depth of what I'm expecting. So so sometimes it's a very easy recipe, right? You put somebody that's on, you put somebody that's trying to get on, and you put them next to them. Sometimes the lights are too bright. So I feel like for me to digest them more is to a better introduction to me as I'm being introduced to them. Introducing them next to Kendrick kind of makes them feel like the Jackson 5.
See,
I don't know. The pop-up, like you said, I was out at the pop-up because that was my introduction to, like I said, a lot of the new artists.
Yeah.
Being like...
Seeing them, yes.
Seeing them. You see what I'm saying?
Being
like,
able to match a face with a name.
That's what Kendrick's doing. Like, for me, it's up to them now to make me become a
giving them a
fan.
shot.
You know what I'm saying? Because
that's what it is,
it's
because
awareness. That's what I was looking at it more or
even in,
less.
like the Black Panther album, you know, a lot of that was him just kind of starting the song off and handing it off.
And then
like
handing it off.
Paramedics with SOB RBE.
Yeah.
Like, or the song with fucking Georgia that I Am, or any.
The
song
shit with Vince
Mozzie on there,
Staples.
Vince
Yeah,
Staples.
Staples.
The Ops nigga.
You're dead to me.
All of that stuff is just like, this is what he's been doing. Is I'm gonna give these people a stage.
So, so if we're gonna go into that example right there, right,
Mhm.
brother, I need you to be terribly honest. I need all of y'all to be terribly
Yeah.
honest, right? Which one of them used the oop? Brother,
Well,
see, this
listen,
is what I'm
Listen,
saying.
hold on,
Is
here's
like,
the thing, because you and I are kind of at an even playing field when it comes to knowledge on these new artists, because I don't know much about them. But all I can say is, he knew enough about them from what they were doing.
no, I'm talking about from the Black Panther soundtrack. Because that's you said it's a similar fashion.
Yeah.
He was starting it off, introducing guys,
Yeah.
giving them that first verse,
Yeah.
and then letting them take the song, right?
Yeah.
So if we want to identify strictly using
Yeah.
the Black Panther soundtrack, right?
Yeah,
Who used that oop and slammed it?
Vince Staples.
Do you think he slammed it? I think
No,
he caught it.
Yeah.
no,
for sure,
no.
Vince Staples
for
got
sure.
a Netflix
Netflix
show
show,
and
yeah.
2 albums this year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
it's-
slammed
no,
dunk
no,
that
but
motherfucker.
How is that not a
man.
slam dunk? No,
Wait,
before you
listen,
try to
listen,
tell me
listen.
how that's not a slam dunk.
Listen.
What, that's
You
a
see-
layup?
You know, I was just about to say, you see somebody catch a lob and then throw the layup with it. I'm talking about when you got
2
Kendrick.
albums and a Netflix series is getting picked up for a second
That's your
season?
Okay, so one out of how many?
Business, bro. I like I
Mozzie?
said, I look at the
Mozzie
business.
was already on.
I look at the business.
Mozzie was already on.
And you don't think Kendrick helped Mozzie?
Him doing Kendrick was a crossover, so I really can't say. 'cause he
My
was already
thing is
going
this
that way.
though. If I bring you to the party, I bring you around the people,
Uh-huh.
and I expose you to these billionaires, you got your business. It's your job. You see what I'm saying? After I introduce you to put the work in, bro.
True,
Like,
and that's what I'm saying.
And it
Who
gotta
used
connect.
it?
It doesn't like.
Now,
that's
now,
just their story.
About who?
That's just like,
bro, yeah,
everybody
Vince
ain't 100%.
Staples,
Like,
right?
look
I'ma
at
get you
look
an
at Lil,
album,
like you
nigga.
said, look at
You
Lil
an album
Wayne.
when you
I
go
go
Look
on
at
the
Lil
podcast.
Wayne.
I have to
Look at Lil Wayne. Like with Lil Wayne. Everybody talk up and praise Drake and Nicki, but what about the other slew of niggas that he had signed over there that didn't do nothing?
Tiger.
I mean, Tiger did a lot.
J Mills.
Tiger was
J
already
Mills-
going.
J Mills was
One-
burning out.
Name me somebody.
Corey Guns was. I feel like he should have stayed a mixtape.
Well,
artist.
look,
He was never gonna
Chucky,
real
all
country.
these cats,
Chuck-
like
Chuck-
we-
Chucky was
you
the
see-
homie.
You see what I'm
Twist
saying?
was-
Like
Twist
Twist,
got
like
some- he stayed regional.
we're looking at this like Mac Main, all of these people, Gutta.
Bitch, I'm
You
Mac
had all these
Main.
people like Wayne, Wayne had, but you
Gutta
have to
was my
learn. You see what I'm saying? You have to learn.
Said Mac Man.
Come on, man. But
Bitch, I'm Mac
All
Man.
right, we got one last song, Gloria.
Gloria was a
5 for me.
That was
A
5.
beautiful. I loved it and hated it for 2 reasons, right? The reason I hated it had absolutely nothing to do with the song. The reason I hated it is because the shit came to an end. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't necessarily.
That's a real fan statement.
You feel what I'm saying? I don't
Yeah.
necessarily enjoy it. Like I'm still on the edge of my seat.
I know
because-
now I gotta wait
Yeah.
for another album.
You feel me?
Yeah,
Like now
me
I
too.
gotta.
Getting to the end of a good movie or good
Yeah.
series.
It's like damn. Fuck. Now I
Fuck,
gotta,
now I gotta wait until next week to
God
see
damn
this
it!
shit.
And then you done left me with the end credit scene and some more shit. And because Gloria is a great song, I feel like after Gloria is when Luther should have came and maybe I would have digested it more, or before Gloria Luther
got the same
comes.
song.
You know,
Same song.
because arrangement has a lot to do with it for me. Gloria was a great song. It's a mood song for me though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I found myself when I put the album on repeat, there are certain songs I pulled out that were killing the mood for me because the rest got me hyped up.
All right.
I'm turned up. So I've removed 3 songs out of the rotation. It's Gloria, GNX, and Luther, right? Well, we all knew I was gonna remove Luther. But I like Kendrick. I don't like Kendrick with the melodies. I like Kendrick when he act tough. But just removing those
that on the
songs. I should.
Yeah.
But just removing those songs, it just gives me that consistent. This is the brain Pac was talking about, and that's what I keep thinking about.
Give you more of that damn feeling. You know,
Yeah,
like I
no,
said, that's
yeah,
what-
absolutely.
More than that. No, if we want to talk about rank, I'm in my opinion, we know I don't give a fuck about throwing my opinion out there, right? But it's 1A and 1B with Good Kid, Mad City, and GNX.
I know,
and
yeah,
slowly GNX is starting to pull forward because there's so much more maturity in Kendrick, and he's just so much of a West Coast
And
artist.
when I
in this
said this, motherfuckers got upset at me.
Let
Nigga,
'em.
yeah, and I
You know how
did.
much shit I say the motherfuckers
did,
get upset at?
but I loved it because, like, to me, as an artist, that's what you supposed to do. You supposed to supersede or surpass things that you done or the bodies of work.
Everybody
that
can't do that.
Yeah,
Everybody
but
can't do that, bro.
But here's the thing, though. Not everybody is a Michael. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's what Kendrick is. To me, this is over Good Kid, Mad City. I'm saying it, and I'm calling that shit. Like, it is so good. Where to the point, like what you said. Me too. When I got to the end, I'm all like, damn, nigga, it's only 12.
Just
This
12?
is bad.
Damn.
It's 12?
Yeah,
Like,
damn.
I'm like, dog, you
But
can at
then
least give me.
Whacked Out Murals comes back on, and then it's
Right.
like, well, we gonna ride again.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
like Gloria it was just dope. Like I said, what really got me at first, I thought he was talking to his wife. You know what I'm saying? Like my right hand, and I was like, damn, that's why I really connected. That's how I feel about my wife. You know what I'm saying? But then, you know, as like you said, as he reveals at the end, you know, I'm talking about my pen, and then it just like. He's like, bro,
no,
you
I
had me
had
think.
some of them same feelings. Like, okay, cool. This, you know, you kind of think like, okay, when you riding with your wife, what music can you play? Because
Right.
the subliminals matter,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know, I was like
Yeah.
listening to it, and I was just like, wait. When he started to curve left, I'm like, damn, do he feel like that way about his wife? And then this was my first listen, obviously. And then by the end of it, I was just like,
He took us on a mystery, bro.
yeah. Vince Staples did a similar song about a gun.
Yeah.
Right.
What you call it? Switching to R&B.
Like, me and
Lloyd
my-
has a great one, Hazel,
Me
when
and-
he's talking
me and
about
my bitch.
Purple
me
Haze.
and my girlfriend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me and my bitch. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? G Unit's my buddy. You know, there's a lot of people that utilize this
My
throughout
buddy
history.
was a little in your face.
But
though, man.
I was just about to say that.
Damn it, and I spread out the
Let-
window, my buddy. That was a little on the nose.
All right. But what I'm saying is that there's several artists that utilize this throughout history, but I don't think as many, or if any, have done in this sense that we were all lost and like, hold on, wait, what's happening? What's going on?
Me,
What's going on? And
me
then-
and my girlfriend. Well, like I said, when I first heard
Yeah,
it, because
we
that
did
was,
the same
I
thing,
mean,
me
I'm in
too.
middle school, bro, when that came out. So when you hear Rage come on, you motherfucking right. We was thinking that's his girl. That's the girl. We're
Yeah.
not. Me and my girlfriend, because at
We
that
not
time,
analyzing it
yeah, you
that
saying
deep.
well, I'm not looking
Right.
at it like at that time, like, you know, he talking about me and my girlfriend, like, you know, but then you like, oh, okay, because letting the homies hit, that's what Snoop and them just talked about. Ain't no fun, the homies can't have none. So he was like, oh, you let the homies hit? Like the homies just use you to do this over here? That was kind of the rhetoric. So we wasn't putting two together. But then, you know, like, you start hearing it and you get to the end of the song, you're like, this nigga talking about his gun.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, shit. Run
Then
that
you gotta
shit back.
run, and then you
Run
gotta
it
listen.
back.
Yeah.
Now
Run it
listening,
back.
knowing what he's talking
Yeah,
about.
because
Yeah.
that's how it was with me. Like I said, it caught me off. 'Cause I was like, damn, because of the disrespect that was put out by Drake. I'm still waiting for a direct like response from like a husband standpoint. Like, nigga, you don't talk about my wife like that, bro. You see what I'm saying? So I thought this was kind of like, you know, and let me show y'all where she came from. Where
Yeah.
y'all talking about her background. Whitney can't talk. I can talk for her.
Whitney out here,
You
big
know what I'm saying?
certified.
Like, you know, she certified. She right here. Cause that's, like I said, for me, it's relatable. I've been with my girl since high school. So
Same.
I see myself with a lot of myself in Kendrick. I've been with my girl since high school. I've been through a lot of the same shit you've been through. I got, you know, it's the same shit
It's
you
a
got
lot
to
of
do.
common points, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I said with Drake, it was the part that I identified with. You know, I'm jumping everywhere, but the part I identified with was the square part, because that's who I am today. I come from a Crip neighborhood, being a Crip artist, man, but today I'm a square nigga. I'm
I'm a civilian.
a civilian.
Right,
You know what I'm
civilian.
saying? And
My
like I
bills
said,
is due, and my kids.
and that's
is
why I was
Right,
like
right.
Nip was like, I seen a lot of myself in Nip, because it's like you seen the struggle and where he
Yeah.
was at, you know, where he was elevating
You saw-
himself
yeah,
to.
exactly. You
You-
saw
Yeah.
the transformation happening, and
And that was robbed. That was robbed from him. So that kind of, that we were saying, like, you know, about the West Coast. That's why I said I like what Kendrick did with this, because he stamped a sound that is identifiable.
Yes.
You know, because the sound was dated. It was always you know, we always go back to, you know, 213 and all those Snoop songs, you know, to get that that dun, like the bass line.
Yeah.
But now he like, nah, this the new thing. Because I remember a while back they had a movement called Young California out there, and we would go out there because we were like, well, we don't have no DJs out here. It was like the new niggas, and it was a different sound. Like the sound that you hear today, like we heard Mustard there. You know what I'm saying? YG there. Like, and that's what it threw me off with YG, because when we heard Meta at the club, we didn't know this was a blood nigga. But that was what threw us off, because when we seen Quick, that was a blood. You know what I'm saying? Like it was Mac 10. You know what I'm saying? That was a blood. You know what I'm saying? We were identifying. So when he came, that was the new wave of, you know what I'm saying? Because even like Draco the Ruler and them, like people be saying like, bro, he's paying homage to Draco.
Yes.
If Draco was alive, he would be on it.
Yes.
He didn't have a problem with Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? Draco would have been on here. So let me give this life. Like like I said, G Perico is how I got from Nip. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people you get from another artist.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
because they do a great introduction.
You know what I'm saying? So I that's how I got G Perico. Now I'm a G Perico fan.
And to bring that point to a bookend is what Kendrick's saying. The fact that he's doing this is the antithesis of Drake. Drake comes into a situation that's already popping.
That's what I said earlier.
And
Drake,
is like
where he withdraws, he adds.
Yeah, Kendrick is like, I'm gonna bring you in.
He's soil
and teach you how to eat. Drake is like, I'm gonna take half your crops.
We talked about that with the Block Boy
and give
JB,
you the water.
Taking the publishing.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Take that publishing,
and I
bro.
think he really figured out he had that power after Versace. Because before he was doing it passively, working with people, because it sounded very organic when it was early stages. And, you know what I mean? Replacement Girl, Successful, like, you know, November, like the early Drake was just him enjoying being an artist, adding to the culture.
Yeah, didn't you have a topic on Drake? We're done with the album. You said something about Drake earlier.
No. So it wasn't about Drake. It was about the other person.
Yeah, the other person.
The other person.
Yeah,
So let's go to this to a very I feel like a very could be a volatile conversation, but there's a lot of fire in this conversation because it's true. So and nobody looked at it. You know, Future recently in GQ discussed his displeasure, or I wouldn't say displeasure, just his thoughts, because he never really tripped on anything. But everybody forgot about Future when Kendrick's on his song talk about fuck the big three, it's just big me. And how you not naming Future in the big three, because in me personally, if you adjudicate everything, now if you want to get to the smaller, he's not as lyrical, he's not this, he's not that, of course, you know, you can have those conversations. But overall, because you judge an artist in their totality, I don't give a fuck who you put at number one. Future's number two. His fan base, his consistency, his run, his versatility, like the presence. When Future got on, he decides when he's off.
Steve, I'm gonna let you take this one.
Well, first of all, to me, I'm all like, everybody want to point the finger at Kendrick. I mean, you should have been pointing the finger at Drake and Cole first with the whole first-person shooter.
Yeah.
Why you getting mad at Kendrick? Anybody you should be mad at, you should be mad at Drake and Cole. They started that whole shit. First-person shooter mode, we big as the Super Bowl. They did. They started all of that.
They didn't identify themselves as a big three on Future song, though.
Kendrick never acknowledged that.
Yes, he did. He said, fuck the big three, nigga. It's
Yeah,
just
but he never put himself in the big three. That's why he said, fuck the big three. So if I'm Future, I'm riding with you, because that's how I go. Because he never acknowledged the big three. That's why he said, motherfuck the big three. I think it's just big me. And then, like we always say, like I talk to all my athletes, you're supposed to think that you the best, bro.
Yeah.
And no matter who across from you, supposed to think that you the best.
Yeah,
but
you know, so
across the board, nobody acknowledged Future.
But yeah. But
and that's the problem.
No, I don't think it is. I just think what Future got overlooked at, for me personally, like we were saying, like when we look at the real foundation of hip hop and what we have the chart list or whatever list you grade your goats on, he don't fit a lot of the metrics and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, his impact is felt, but it ain't felt on a larger scale. It's felt on the urban level. Urban level, yeah.
I don't know.
This is like, for me, like I said,
commercial.
We have to. But like, what did Drake point out? You can't go overseas, bro. Future can't go overseas. He cannot go overseas.
Yeah,
he's a local guy. You see what I'm saying? Like we can't get caught up in this affinity we have for people, bro. When you really look at what it is, bro. Like I get it.
Yeah.
You have
Man,
a song
look at that.
here and
Future
there.
overseas.
Yeah, you never. Drake said it. I gave you your
Hey,
first
look,
number one.
Drake said a lot of shit.
But he's pointing out facts because
He gave his first number one. I
niggas
gave you
don't
your
like-
persona.
Niggas don't like facts. You see what I'm saying?
Future
Like
gave Drake his persona though.
They're like for me, what I didn't like about
no,
the Drake.
I think Drake is like, you know, in whatever comic book, like the fucking chameleon
Yeah,
villain, the nigga that
The
just
parasite.
turn into anybody and take they shit and
He's
know
morph.
copy them, and then he ends up being a amalgamation of all of them.
Yeah, but that's why I said that's why I love this GNX album because it's stamping what the new California. This is what it is.
It's the
and
new
I
way
got
forward with all of, not to cut you off,
Uh-uh.
brother, but it's the new way of conducting yourself as a hip hop artist.
Yep.
Being authentic, telling the truth, supporting your community, not bragging and boasting about what you do in your community.
Just do it.
Because he just now started to talk about, he said in that one song, he was like, I kept 100 institutions
Open.
open.
Right.
Tell
What
me
else did
more.
you do? Tell me more. You see what I'm saying? Like
I had 100 hoods on one stages. Now tell me more.
More,
I
yeah.
advocate for peace. What you love
Yeah,
war.
Future been all across overseas. Africa, Europe.
He had to Google that.
Oh, I sure did. I said I wanted to look into that because I don't want to speak ill, but I said I'm pretty sure he had.
I would
he had-
assume he wouldn't be overseas. That's that. You just taught
No,
me
he's
something.
been over there. Like he's been. It was
So-
on the.
So here's why I feel like Future is not in the big three. I think he is big three when you think of a like pop artist or you think of like an entertainer. Future is a like top tier entertainer, top 5 entertainer. I'll give him number 2, like you said. But when we come to like the top 3 rappers,
He
that-
can't be included.
that's not the same.
Yeah, that's
because,
not the same.
because
yeah.
the only reason we take
Yeah.
him out is because he's not a lyricist.
Okay, so is Chris
But he
Brown in
checks
the rap conversation then?
And people be
Bro,
liking to
he's
put
not
him
a-
in the
he does do
conversation
major rap
too.
sales. He's an R&B goat. He's
That's
already a
my
goat
whole
over there.
point.
But
he's not a rapper,
Rapper.
but he
But-
raps.
yes,
Future is like above, in my opinion. He's fathered so many sons that have that style. Future ain't really a rapper no more. Future more of an entertainer that is like an Atlanta spokesperson.
Right. I just think lyricism wasn't
I
his,
think we're
his
taking
thing.
some
No,
points
that's
off
not
him.
his-
Yeah, it just wasn't his thing. Like I
Fuck
think
with
Yeah,
Future.
yeah.
Nothing wrong with Future, but
I know, but
what
I'm saying
is-
is that-
lyricism isn't his intent.
it was like he's
Yeah.
more of he's
a
more of a
vibe
melody guy. Sing, I'm gonna
Yeah.
bring this vibe to because that's just kind of it. Like I tell you, like he created like for me, he was creating moments, and that's kind of what put like catapulted him up. It's like when he did the Drake feature when Drake did it for him the first time, we was like okay, put him out. But then when he did like to me, the height of it was the Dirty Sprite. Like he started doing like he started
DS2 is his
building.
best album.
Building and getting that. Now he carved that lane, and
The
at that
fact
time,
he made Gucci flip flops popping was crazy.
And now,
And then the whole story
right.
behind Gucci flip
And,
flop.
yeah,
I mean,
and
I
then
ain't even
here's
finna hear that
the part that we're missing about Future. He low key before they had split, he was low key reviving Sierra's career with that body part joint. He was really low key reviving
Pin
her to
game.
putting
Pin game. But see,
putting
look,
her back
so-
into
so-
that
so-
position
so-
again.
So going back to my conversation, right? He's done the pin game that Drake has. He has the impact that a Kendrick has in Atlanta, because just how Kendrick is California, Atlanta is Future.
Kendrick's more than California.
But what I'm talking about, like when you go there,
There,
you
yeah,
know
okay,
you own this,
yeah,
right?
yeah, the
you
home
know,
base.
You know Future
Okay.
owns ATL. He's original Dungeon Family. Like he's that deep into
Yeah.
it. So he has the roots. He has that cultural relevance. When you break the details down on Future, there's a lot of things that you end up realizing. I've looked over this with him because we've seen the other stuff.
so you have Future as the top guy out of Atlanta. 'Cause
Of all time?
I don't even have him.
Wait,
I don't.
of
I don't
all
have
time
him.
or right now? What are you talking
all
about?
time? Like
All time? No, hell no, not all time.
No,
The top guy to Atlanta all time is Andre 3000.
I look at it like you said Atlanta. You just said Atlanta was his. You see what I'm saying? You got
You know
all
it's
of it.
his.
No,
Not saying it's
Versace is
only
there,
his.
T.I. is there,
I'm not-
Gucci's there,
yeah.
Jeezy's there. It's not his. You're just another person that's providing a sound. Atlanta's not his, and that's a fact, bro. You can go to Atlanta. He has love in Atlanta, but the king
I don't
niggas,
know.
the king niggas that move
I
around
think
like
Future's
that.
the king, bro.
I don't think
no,
Future should
he's-
be in the conversation.
He's not,
I think
bro.
he's making
I
valid
definitely
points.
think
He's
Future's
not,
the
bro.
king, I believe.
Like you, like I said, for me,
I don't know how you don't get Future.
like I said, hey,
You better not cap.
listen.
You better
listen.
not cap.
not.
But listen, but
I'm
this
not.
is always. But hey,
But
listen,
that
but
one,
listen
no,
to
but-
me.
but that one
It's
is
always
tricky,
coming.
though.
It's always
What?
coming from an older perspective. Y'all younger. Future like 39. He's my age. So the dirty Sprite and the stuff he's talking about, older niggas that look at that, we look at Future and we like, okay, it's cool. It's okay. But as far as grown man shit, like rapping, like you said, bro, the metrics we were brought on, he would never be there. He'll never be there. You'll never be in the top 3 because of what they do. J. Cole raps better. He produces his beat. He can do everything that he can do, but you can't do what
any
he
of their
does.
sales though.
You see what I'm saying? But Future can't do
think
what
Drake-
Drake,
because-
Kendrick, or Future, he doesn't have any of their sales. So when we start changing metrics and everything, like yes, he can do these things, but you gotta look at the reception and the performance. Because if we're gonna give it to J. Cole, who's missing some things, then how are we not
it's the
gonna give
numbers.
it to?
No, I mean J. Cole got
get his numbers when you
got the
spread it
numbers
out across his.
He got his numbers.
artists.
He got his.
It all add up.
But see, you don't gotta spread nothing when it comes to Future.
But they different. They different artists. They just like you said.
They're all, of course, but see, that's the
they're
reason.
different, but in the sense of like lyricism, I would say I'm looking at when I'm putting my rappers in order. I'm looking at lyricism.
Okay,
I don't
so
even think
so
about
so
sales,
so so
'cause
so
I didn't buy they shit.
But I'm not talking about. I just gave that as like you said, as a category.
Yeah.
Sales is a category,
Yeah.
just
One
like
thing-
lyricism is. Let me say this: sales is a category, just like lyricism is a category.
Yeah.
But in overall totality, how do we deny Future?
And like I said,
Easy. He don't rap the same as them. Like okay, not the same.
Just for lyrics?
He does exactly.
Just the sole reason is lyrics.
Sole lyrics is
Yeah,
lyrics. Sole
yeah,
reason is
yeah.
lyrics for me.
But
like-
I don't know if that's necessary. I understand.
And one
it,
thing I was gonna
and I'm
big
not
up,
knocking it. I don't know if I count it as fair.
no, I was gonna big up Future too, because I was gonna say one thing I can give him that the other big 3 that he doesn't have, he didn't have a cosign. He just came in by himself. Like
Yeah.
like how I got like Kendrick Lamar, it was through TDE, but it really got stamped when Drake and them did it. You know what I'm saying? Like with
When he-
Drake,
when he got-
Eminem. I
when he
mean,
got
with Lil
handed
Wayne.
the crown on the
Yeah,
West
you know,
Coast.
like that was
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
beginning. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
that
For
was
Drake.
that was the
That was beginning. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But like, you know, Wayne and Drake, boom, stamp. Jay-Z, what made J. Cole so he was the first one to sign with Rock Nation. You see what I'm saying? That was the first signee of everybody.
He was the first one after
at that
Rockefeller.
at that
Yeah.
perceived time, the GOAT for a lot of people was Jay-Z. So the first person you believe is this guy. So that automatically put them. So
Wait,
Future
I thought
came
somebody
in,
else came before J. Cole. He just didn't pop out. What's his name?
but he was already
Electronica,
But he was
okay.
already out though.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about
yeah,
new,
Jay
like new.
Electronica was already
Yeah,
out
but
there,
like I'm
as-
talking about new, fresh.
Yeah, but as
like,
far
so when
as like what he said, the
Future
Cole
came out by
song,
himself. Yeah. Out because
That
the
was
Dungeon
it.
Family, the Dungeon Family is not a cosign. It's a good cosign for.
No, it's his roots.
It's the
It's
roots,
not a cosign,
but,
it's
but
his
that
roots.
didn't
Yeah,
get
yeah.
him in.
He
Yeah,
came
that
up
didn't-
in that basis.
Yeah, that didn't get
I'm not
him in.
knocking Future as an artist. I think Future is a phenomenal artist. All I'm saying is when we compare, it's like okay, it's like when you start putting boxers in the ring with UFC fighters. That doesn't make them a bad boxer because they get beat by a UFC fighter. They're just not in that discipline.
But so with that, wouldn't they still be a great fighter?
No, they can't be. We're not saying that he's not great,
not
but
saying-
Wait. But using that analogy, you just said.
What I'm saying is the metric.
When you-
In that analogy, my metric was winning in that arena. I'm saying if Future, a great fighter, meets this other great fighter who has other disciplines that supersede the sum of your one discipline, you're gonna come into that battle and
I
lose.
don't know if Future just got one.
it
Got the
sounds
pen
like
game. He got the he's got the commercial success.
Pin game from what metric? From commercial viability? From like
can write.
rhythmic bops? From
For-
melodies? Or what are you saying?
When I mentioned pen game, I was talking about ghostwriting
okay.
specifically. in that, in that
okay.
But I mean, ghostwriting for R&B. That's cool. Like I'm what songs did he pen
right.
for
Okay,
a rap?
cool.
What has
But
he
what
penned
I'm
a song
saying-
for another
we can't
rapper?
rap
That's
that.
it.
Yeah.
But we can't
You
get that.
said you don't like Kendrick with the melodies. You like him when he act tough.
That's Kendrick, because Kendrick's a
What
bully.
about Future then?
Future is a vibe.
Is it?
That's
Get
my
ready to
point.
rumble.
But what I'm saying, but the
Thank
success
you.
is there.
I ain't saying nothing
The
else.
overall success is there.
You can't. Hey, for me, I can't debate with people like that. 'Cause like I said, I use real metrics. I can't say something's
Right.
a vibe. Because anything could be a
A
vibe.
vibe,
But whatever
yeah.
your vibe is, that's what you're going to connect with.
It's
But
subjective.
but when we actually look at what
Nigga, you said
LL
lyrics only. That's
like,
subjective.
listen, but the metrics was when LL Cool J,
Lyricism.
but when LL Cool J said he was the GOAT, it was based off of how he felt on the mic.
I
You
can't
know,
even listen to a LL Cool J.
but that was back then though.
Game
Yeah,
changed
no,
a lot.
yeah.
But that
That's
was
what I'm
back
saying.
then.
Game changed
You see what
a
I'm
lot.
saying? So like,
'Cause he
and
was.
then like I believe it
I wasn't alive then.
it transferred to where it's at today when Jay-Z got it. Because Jay-Z made it look a certain way. Because he was so professional, the business, how many deals he made it about the numbers. Women lie, men lie, numbers don't. He made it about the numbers. So we here today.
He definitely rapped more about the business of rap.
Because he made it seem like, and this is the funny part, he made it seem like he was the best-selling artist.
And he wasn't.
Juvenile sold more than this nigga.
Yeah, he wasn't.
You know what I'm saying?
Was
So
killing.
now it
Nelly
makes sense
was
why they
Nelly
had
was killing
yeah.
these niggas. So, but you see how he do it. The only ones moving units is Pimp Juice and us.
He groups himself.
Us. Rockefeller, not me. Us. Rockefeller. What we doing at Rockefeller's even to what y'all doing
As
by
an
yourself, individually. You know what I'm saying? But if I coop myself with y'all, if I move a certain way and brand myself, I look like
He's
I'm
always
that guy.
made those smart decisions in business to keep himself covered, to keep himself surviving in the ever-changing industry. Because if you think about it, Jay came out in the 80s.
He really did.
Yeah.
Jay came out in, I think, what,
Rapping
86?
fast
Yeah.
as a mother.
86?
It was
Yeah.
87 somewhere.
And then fuck it, for God's sakes, I'm gonna say this right here and right now because I had this conversation with my
Don't make me
dad.
unplug your mic.
I'm for real, no, but this is some real shit though that this bothered me though, but I'm just happy me and my dad had this conversation. How people try to say Reasonable Doubt was a classic when it first came
No,
out.
hell, it wasn't.
My dad said it wasn't. My dad told me, and he told me this. It was like in '96, these were the people that we were checking for. We was checking for Pac. We was checking for Outkast. We was checking for the Fugees.
Yep.
For the
Ready or
motherfucking for the motherfucking Fugees. You know what I'm saying? My dad said, "Didn't nobody care about no Jay-Z. Didn't
all.
nobody care about no Reasonable Doubt."
But at that same time, like, I believe the hype in New York, because right after, so Reasonable Doubt drops. Drew dropped it, what, 96, right?
Yeah, 96.
Biggie dies
In
97.
97. But-
The next big album to come from New York was Puffy's in, what's the one, The Family?
Yeah, Puff Daddy and the Family.
Puff
No
Daddy and
way,
the
yeah,
Family.
no way out.
No Way
Yeah,
Out, right?
Yeah,
But when was Reasonable
Volume
Doubt
One
this
come out after
major
that?
this major drop in New York history? It wasn't. It was a Spin the Block album, and people were like, "Oh shit, this shit cold."
No, yeah,
New
but
York
not
was a
yet.
silo
No,
at that
no,
time,
no,
too.
they
was
were
a
though.
launch pad.
No, they were still kind of doing their thing before Pac came out because you got to think, Biggie just came off of Ready to Die '94, going into '95, all of '96 because this is my mom's top 5 favorite rap albums. Is the Junior Mafia. They still riding off the Players Anthem. They
You feel what I'm saying?
get
Yeah.
money in '96.
Get money.
It's like, so that's why when my dad was all like, we wasn't
No,
checking
New
for
York-
that
New York-
Reasonable
New
Doubt.
York, and then
Right.
at that same time, like, the singles wasn't even going towards anything Jay-Z was talking about. Like, I know the ain't no, I mean, like the one I
Right,
remember
right.
that one.
Yeah.
That was for the poppy hook and everything.
yeah.
But I remember, I think, was that Uptown Bigs?
Yeah,
That was a
yeah.
bigger sound.
Yeah,
Right,
Lord,
right.
yeah, Tariq
Tariq
Gunn, yeah,
Guns.
Guns,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that was there was
Yeah.
and then,
It's
then
about
you,
the follow-up,
then you also
though.
got to deal with the Wu-Tang buzz. That's
You gotta
going
follow
on. So
through, though.
When was initially Reasonable Doubt didn't hit and go major success? It didn't. There's people that are gonna argue just because they love Jay-Z, but that's like, and this is what I was saying earlier about stans, right? Stans have created such a skewed image of their artist that they no longer believe the truth, which they don't even allow criticism. You know, when you talk about the actual facts of what happened, I even can have some of that with Lil Wayne. But I'll come to the point like, no, Wayne's not like he used to be. I'll tell you the truth about that. You know, but even when it comes to Jay's always been a GOAT based upon his business and was able to come in the game and still support with some tracks. But even with those tracks, they were supported based upon the business moves, the features, how they were launched, how they were released, and everything like that.
Yeah.
But as far as being that clear-cut guy when he's the absolute number one, not one time in Jay-Z's career has he been the clear-cut number one.
Yeah.
There's always been Eminem, Kanye, Nelly, Lil Wayne.
Yeah, Ludacris. Yeah, because even like for me, I didn't really become a Jay-Z fan until Hard Knock Life Volume 2 came out. But mind you, he already had these albums
out.
in my lifetime. Volume 1,
One.
Reasonable Doubt. So you already had some shit out.
Yeah, Volume
I
2
didn't
was one
start
I thought.
liking you till Volume 2.
And that's just residue from the East Coast West Coast war.
Bro, yeah.
Because that was
And the South came
because
in.
I think
I
because
was,
Volume
like,
2
in high
had
school before
with
I
him with the
doubled back
loco.
to
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Nigga what? Nigga who? Money Cash Hoes. That's when I was like,
yeah.
okay, this Jay-Z guy
But
might not be
did that have
bad
Annie
at
on it? Was that the one that
all.
had Annie?
When I really
Did that have Annie as a single?
Who?
Volume 2 had Annie
I
as a
think,
single.
yeah, Hard Not Life. Yeah, Hard Not Life.
It
Yeah.
wasn't until he did a song with
Yeah,
Jermaine
He
yeah.
did the
Dupri I
shiny
knew
suit.
about.
He
Yeah,
did the
Money
shiny
in the
suit.
Thing. So that was around
the
the
single for
same
number one was
time.
that one produced by Babyface. That I don't go a day without your sunshine. Like, think that
Yeah,
was a
bunga
sample.
bunga bunga bunga.
Yeah,
Yeah, when he
Yeah,
got
like-
real flashy in that video. Yeah.
This
Remember
the
he
era
said that's
where
the
he was
one.
doing videos.
Yeah.
What's the one video he did where he was in the diamond the whole time for the Blue Streak single?
Yeah, that's the
Um,
one. That's what we're
yeah,
talking about.
that's what I'm talking about.
Sunshine.
That,
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but that was volume 3. That's when I was like, when I was a fan, the volume 3 is the song that you talking about. Go, baby.
Yes, see,
Right,
and that's when he was
That
in
was
that era.
like, yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
like 2001.
Like, he didn't really transform what New York music sounded
Yeah.
like just yet. He was still riding off that illustration of what, of what Bad Boy had, but going from years before that. You look at us, we're shiny. We know he didn't go to the executive yet, and we didn't see that. And when he did that, he marketed all of his business deals through his music.
I think where
You know what I'm saying?
I think where we at today though, and this is a beautiful thing. What we talked about. This is what everything we talked about is the growth of hip hop, because now we can accept rappers being executives, rappers doing X, Y, and Z. A Jay-Z going down to New Orleans to get on remix. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't. So when you seen Bun B and Pimp C on Big Pimpin', you gotta have these moments. So as people, we know it can happen.
Yeah.
Because I know I just feel like us as black people, it gets deeper than if we don't see it. We don't know what it looked like. Like the unity part.
The diaspora of it, right? Like when you think of that, like when you think of the culture of hip hop, like it really represents how diverse we are as a people.
Yeah.
And that's why, like I enjoy Future. Just like I enjoy other parts of rap, like enjoy the Kendricks, enjoy, I feel like every artist has
buffet.
their.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a buffet.
It's a
Every
buffet.
artist has their purpose.
But
and moment.
how many people do you know at a buffet will go there for one thing and never actually, because that goes in the line of what you were saying, like where I feel like you were getting ready to go with your topic, and I feel like you were getting ready to go with your topic, and I'm trying to bring them together. But it's the diaspora. It's the way we spread out, right? But it's also the way we don't allow each other to grow.
Yeah, we don't.
Because like you
don't,
just
bro.
said, like Jay-Z going to the South, that was a big deal when that
deal.
happened, right?
Big deal.
But then Jadakiss did it so effortlessly and smooth, and even stamped it as something new that people were actually hating before that point in time, to where Jadakiss needed to make that statement. But then afterwards, now it's almost like unheard of if you don't collaborate with the South.
Yeah.
Like what is wrong? Like the South has, and we need to do another episode about that one day, about the South, what the South said.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They said a lot. They
Because
said a lot.
when Andre said the South
Got
said,
something
got
to
something
say.
to say, they
been
have
talking.
said a lot.
They've been
And
talking.
they have been stronger in hip hop in that moment, from that moment to this point now, in hip hop than the East Coast.
But I think too, that works in their favor as well. Like you said, California is a state, so you got the cities. You know what I'm saying? So with the South, they all collectively unity.
Each other.
They unity.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like for whatever reason, like California don't want to recognize Nevada as a West Coast state. They want to say we're the West Coast, and that's the problem that I can see
Man,
sometimes.
Vegas more West Coast than Oregon is.
Crazy
No,
thing is
no,
that
and-
they
and-
go
it just
No, yeah, and I already got that shit out the way. Shout out to Glasses Malone. Glasses saw like fuck that, because I brought that up to him. He was like Cali and Vegas, we're brothers.
You feel
We're
me?
West Coast. We're one.
I mean, y'all
so when
motherfuckers here, you better.
Glasses
No,
said
I'm
it,
just
so
saying,
it's
but it's a lot
stamped.
easier. So
Yeah.
when he said the South got something to say, they all felt disrespected down there. From
Yeah.
Florida to Georgia
To
to
Memphis,
Louisiana,
yeah.
Alabama,
Texas, all the way to Florida.
North Carolina,
Yeah.
South
Mason
Carolina,
Dixon down.
They
Down,
all
yeah.
felt like when he said that, he spoke for them. And with Kendrick, that's what he's doing for, like you said, for the West right now. Because Pac, the West wasn't the West until Pac came over here. And it was just being real. Snoop was cool. He was laid back. He had his shit going. But Pac was it was that energy he brought. You see what I'm saying? And that's what changed everything because
the West didn't catch a name until it was with the war.
yeah, well, no, the name was there with NWA. It was bubbling.
No, I'm not talking about like not having artists. I'm talking about like the region.
real, yeah.
The West came from the war.
Yeah, you know,
because it lined it, because they said West Coast versus East Coast, but it was really Cali versus New York.
Yeah.
The city. But then everybody around them said, "Nah, we identify with them, so that's us." So because like we go back to saying how we started the show, that West Coast East Coast beef, you felt the tension.
Yeah.
Like I seen people ostracized for liking
didn't.
something from New York.
We didn't.
We
We
listen,
listened to it.
listen. You grew up in Vegas. You grew up in Vegas. You grew up in Vegas. Could you wear Timberland boots here?
Hell no.
Hell no.
Could you wear?
I have
We
to
couldn't wear.
explain that to
We
my wife.
we
I'm
couldn't
like,
wear
why don't
Air
you wear
Force
boots?
Ones
I'm
until
like,
Nelly said it was cool.
Nah, yeah.
It was different. You know what I'm saying? We could wear J's, Chucks,
I always
and then a
fuck with Air
miscellaneous.
I had wore Air Force Ones.
I fuck with Air Force
I fuck with Forces. You know, but like I said, it's
I'm talking
I
about
see
getting
what
that
you're saying,
identity.
though. It was
Yeah.
it was a uniform.
Yes.
Right,
Yeah.
like there was a West Coast uniform and an East Coast
Exactly.
uniform.
Dickies and
You didn't
Chucks.
wear the,
Just Chucks.
Exactly.
Straight up.
Yeah, that's how I go. We drive Lolos, they do foreigns.
Years later, Vans came.
Right. Well, I had a great time. We gotta wrap this up, man.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
We do. This is this the record?
Yeah.
Is this the
The
record?
record, yeah.
Yes,
It's
hey,
long,
like I said,
yeah,
man,
yeah,
I
man,
appreciate
yeah.
y'all. You know,
Yeah,
welcoming
yeah,
me
we
in,
got
I
some
feel
man.
like there
content.
was so much
Hey,
more.
we
So
still
Right, yeah.
much more, bro. I feel
Yeah.
like we could have did so much better covering the album, but there's so much to talk about when it comes to Kendrick.
Yeah.
Because right now, Kendrick is the
we all
culture.
probably had 2 days with it.
Yeah.
This is
We had
music.
the album 36 hours.
Yeah.
The positive
36
thing,
hours.
this is good music now.
Yes.
Before we couldn't
Yes.
sit down and digest music,
No.
talk about it and discuss, and that's why I just want to say
But
thank
me-
you to my brothers for
Oh,
allowing
man,
me to come
man.
in anytime I'm
Oh,
welcome
no,
to come.
yeah,
I'll pop up
absolutely,
on you. Know?
absolutely. Because even just to piggyback on what you said before we get up out of here, and I said this, outside of Kendrick, real rap is back. Doechii, Westside Gun, Freddie Gibbs, Tyler. We had these amazing projects.
Gibbs' album is
Amazing,
Yeah.
like we
Freddie
had.
Gibbs'
album is
about
amazing.
Freddie
Like
Gibbs'
the
albums are
concept
always
of it.
amazing.
Yeah,
The fact that he's breaking his contract with the devil.
Right.
Sorry for the spoiler, but
yeah,
that shit blew my fucking
bro.
mind.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
I gotta go check out G Perico because they said the Crip James album, his mixtape is all Rick James samples.
I'm
You see what I'm saying? So hey, you see what I'm saying? So
Check that
I
out.
like the theme.
Oh, yeah.
I like the
Nah,
theme
nah,
album.
I'm
You
on
see what I'm
that
saying?
thing.
I like the
No,
theme
yeah,
album.
man.
Alright,
And then, like what I just said with the real rap is back though. But I really enjoyed this with you guys. You guys got to come back so we can do this soon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But also too, man, shout out to everybody that's been really running it up on the subs on YouTube.
Like,
It's
comment,
like,
subscribe.
yes, we're shy away of 200 from that first 1K. We're the same way on TikTok, and I've been seeing y'all showing mad love too on the new Lace Rounds media page too on Instagram. So I appreciate y'all. Like, but for real, rate, subscribe, tell a friend that tells a friend that tells another friend. You won't be disappointed. Like I said, man, this your boy Skeeter Steve. Lace Rounds for the culture, by the culture. We out. Peace.